Wrangler National Finals. Not just anywhere, but at the National Finals where he's getting on the rankest bucking horses in the world. He's now #1 in the average. He's a little ways back in the world standings. I'm not sure that he can catch them for winning a world title, but we're going to look for Jess Pope to win his 4th Wrangler National Finals average win. But we're going to talk about the Colorado man, Keenan Hayes. That kid has been amazing. He's a rookie. Man, he's on fire. He's riding so good. I mean, it's his to lose. You know what I mean? If he stubs his toe, it could be over. But I don't think he's going to do that. I think that kid's a veteran.
No. I mean, you're well familiar with the Colorado Pro Rodeo Association, the Amateur Association, the CARTA. That kid run it back-to-back years. Won the bareback title, the bull riding title, and the all-around title when he was 16. And then when he was 17, he followed it up right again.
Yeah.
Against guys that are, I mean, you know, professional caliber cowboys. From that point, to be honest, really just looking at him, everybody kind of was like, well, we're going to see him at Vegas.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and you pass up that last year on his permit, he won over $100,000 on his permit. Didn't even get in all the big rodeos. So this kid's going to be, I think he's going to be the world champion. That's my pick. Hands down, I think he's the world champ this year.
You know, that's one of the things while we're still on the bareback ride and talking about it. The Rookie of the Year has been decided in all of the events except for one, and there's 3 of them, 3 rookies, Resisto rookies in here in the bareback ride. And again, we're going to see what happens there to close that out, what the rookie race is like. Those guys are in the top of their game.
Yeah, for sure.
Brandon, let's talk a little bit about the steer wrestling.
Well, the steer wrestling's kind of Dalton's to lose. We talk about that with Keenan, but, you know, it's kind of Dalton Massey's to lose, and he's another one of those guys that comes in as an NFR rookie. I mean, he's the #1 man in the standings right now. He's a little ways down in that average race. He did have a barrier. When you look at the average in terms of what the steer wrestling's looking like right now, you got about 8 runs that are guys who've got it qualified on 8. So if he stubs his toe and actually lets one go, it's going to really, really hurt him. Right now he is holding on to the #8 spot in that average. He slipped a little bit last night, had that hang on for dear life moment when he let that horn get past him a little bit. It had to come back to him. It's really just going to be, you know, what it goes. If he can get some day money, just any kind of day money out of the next 2 rounds, he's got it. But if he does not, then right now it looks like Tyler Wagaspak could just swoop in and be the professional that he is and do it again for a 4th year in a row.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. We talked about that last night. You know, Dalton's going to have to come back and win a little money the next 2 nights. But here's a guy that's been on the big stage. He's been to the Dodge National Circuit Finals. Now, again, that's not the regular National Finals, but he's been in the pressure cooker a little bit. This kid has got ice water in his veins. I've been watching Dalton Massey all summer long around the Northwest, and I'll tell you what, that kid, he is, I think it's his title too. I really do. I think he's going to pull it out this year.
I'd be with you on that.
That average deal is going to be a lot different in the Bulldog and then through the team roping, which we're going to move into the team roping next. And that's the thing, there's been a lot of missed steers too. So that you've only got so many with them times down on all 10, or well, excuse me, all 8 coming into round 9 tonight. And that average can change a world title pretty easy. But like you say, I think we're looking at Dalton Massey there. Let's talk about the team roping. What have you got on that one?
Well, to piggyback off what you said, I mean, just to look back a couple of years, there's over $70,000 to be won for first place in that average, $79,000. That's what usually the guys win the world with. I mean, 20 years ago, you could win the world with that and have a chance at it. It's amazing. So the team roping last night, the big show, of course, was Coulter and Derek, and they're cowboy. I'm a fan. When it comes to those guys, I'm just a fan. They're the only ones with 8 down. They had to fish it on, so it slipped them down a little bit. They did not win any money in the go-round, but they kept their position as the only team right now to have 8. There's 4 teams behind them that have got 7 caught. There's 4 teams behind that have got 6 caught. So if Derek and Coulter miss one, if they accidentally drop one, it's going to drop them from first in the average all the way down to 5th. That's about a $40,000 hit right there. So what are they going to do? Knowing those 2 guys, they're kind of honestly on this whole like life may care right now. They're 2 best friends getting to rope with each other, didn't plan on going it. I got a feeling they're going to go for some go-rounds and try to go for the world and just let it fall where it's going to fall.
Well, as we're talking about that too, and we're talking about some missed steers in the Bulldog, and we're winning some rounds and placing in the money with penalties. So you get a +5 in there and you're placing. It's like Brandon was saying, we've got one team with 8 of them down and coming into the round 9. That average is going to take care of itself. Joe Beaver was saying that at the Resisto banquet. He talked to them guys and different people, and they was talking about how they've become champions. He says, man, when we're down here to the finals, we let that average take care of themselves, and you go for first place every night. However, businessman runs in the team roping this year can make you a lot of money and change them standings around.
Yeah, them businessman runs, they'll look a lot faster than they did 10 years ago. I mean, last night, Andrew Ward and Buddy Hawkins, they went 3.8 and were a businessman's run. They looked like they could have been faster. I mean, they looked like they weren't trying. They were still 3.8. They picked up a check in the round. They kept their position. Right now, they're the projected world standing leaders if it all ended up today.
What have you got, Jim Bob, in the saddle bronc ride? And it's been exciting to watch. I know where you're going. You and I have the same cowboy pick because he has been riding the rank ones tough.
He has, and last night we watched three guys: Brody Kress, Zeke Thurston, and can't remember who the other one was. Oh, Sage Newman, of course, with an 87.5 last night, winning the go-round. Three-way tie. Them guys all are in there, so nobody really gained any ground on each other. So Zeke, I think it's Zeke and Sage. That's the title's kind of between those two guys, but I know that Zeke is higher in the average than Sage is because Sage's been out on one. So I think it's Zeke Thurston's title to win this year. But man, I tell you, you can't overlook the Australian kid that's come in just kicking their butt, Damian Brennan. He's riding so well. But then again, Brody Kress, he could be a spoiler in this whole deal actually. By Brody Kress winning every time, he's actually helping Zeke Thurston to win his fourth title. So it's not out of the question for Brody to win a world title as well, though, too. He's in the hunt. But 2 more rounds to go. In the bronc ride, and these guys are riding so good. I don't see any one of those 5 guys that we just talked about bucking off their next 2 horses. So I think it's Zeke Thurston's title to win.
Coming down to the draws and stuff, you look at them tonight. I mean, we're kind of got the pens out. We've seen them all. We're going to get to see them again. Some of them that was in the re-ride pen are going to buck. It's going to be interesting to watch the bronc ride. And let's go to the tie-down rope. And what have you got there, Brandon?
Well, that'll be the deciding factor because we're going to go back to a pen where we had a couple of calves. If you happen to be at the rodeo and didn't see it on the big screen, we had a couple of calves in this pen that got up after the 6-second mark. They were clean, but them calves know to test the tie a little bit. So what Shad Mayfield has done with 2 no times in a row because of missed ties, last night he stacked the legs a little bit. The night before that was a fluke. I don't know. That rapping who he should have held. But it very well could come down to some more no times. So to me, this is the Riley and Haven show with Shad just getting to be a spoiler. Same thing. He can't win the world right now, but he was 6-1 with a no time. He might change the whole scape of things. Riley's got almost 60,000 right now on top of Haven.
All right, so who's going to spoil it for – O'Reilly's on top, and you got Haven in second, right, for the title. But who are the spoilers that could either mess it up for Riley or maybe Haven? Is it just Shad? Is he kind of the only
Shad
spoiler
or Caleb.
that could do it?
Shad or Caleb. Right now,
Caleb,
Shad's sitting number 4 in the world. Caleb's sitting number 5. Caleb's sitting up a little higher than the average. He's sitting up there. Right now, you got 10 guys with 8 of them, with qualified times on 8. So if anybody happens to miss one that's in that top of that average, they're going to go down automatically because they're going to go long and they're not going to get any money out because there's not a chance of 2 of them going.
Yeah, and that's an interesting point. We talk about stuff like that, but the spoilers could actually – it could be huge, because some of those guys are down there a little bit lower, move up in the average if somebody goes out. And, it's just – there's so much that could happen. Look, we've had 8 go-rounds in the regular National Finals Rodeo, and guess what? A lot of this stuff comes down to right now. Tonight, today, there is no tomorrow, and then tomorrow, there is no tomorrow. You know what I mean? So 8 long go-rounds, we're coming down to the last 2, and there's a lot of stuff still could be happening.
Well, let's go and talking about that. We're kind of winding it down, wrapping up a little bit. Let's go to them pretty girls on fast horses. And we watched them with that matinee rodeo that we had on Wednesday. The makeup rodeo is what I call it. We had to make up that round. You watch them gals where they had to run twice in one day. A lot of them was changing horses back and forth just so they could take care of their equine athletes, their equine partners. The greatest thing that I was watching, though, is this rodeo family throughout that barrel racing because it's an unusual year with that, having to run two in a row. And I watch people come in and take care of each other. Former world champions, former NFR qualifiers, bringing horses for others to jump seat and come and ride to make this work. So you talk about it, the running down through there, the horse flesh is there, the times are there. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, 2023 is going to be an asterisk. It's going to be one of those little bit where we remember in history why that year was different than anybody else. When we're telling our kids about it in 20 years, and that'll be a key element. What cowgirls either had a horse that could take 2 runs in one day, or one of them had a second string or third string, something to ride. right now it's the Brittany Posey show. I mean,
Yeah.
she's got it won. We can't. Nobody can beat her. She
Nobody
literally
can catch
she
her.
could go
Okay.
home right now, and they would have to mail her the gold buckle. All right, she
Well,
set the season record. It's hers.
Okay, so and if that's the case, I want to go out on a limb and say that's my pick for the World Championship. this
Good
year.
work. That is.
Go ahead
that
and
is
get your
the
fantasy
safest
I mean,
bet
I'm going to
in
go
Vegas.
way out on a limb on that one.
Yeah, safest bet in Vegas right there, and she's a hand. I mean, really, not to knock any of them girls, but to me, it's Brittany and Lisa Lockhart in a case by themselves.
Let's talk just a little bit about the bull riding before we turn it back to the Cowboy Channel. This is you're passionate about this sport. For many reasons, you rode them for a lot of years, and your brother Cody, world champ. Man, let's talk about the bull riding and what you're seeing there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, of course, the big story this week is Kai Hamilton. Everybody, when you saw that deal, I mean, that scared me. I thought he would be out of the entire rest of the rodeo. Man, just 18 hours later, he comes back. He was 85 and a half. He wins the third place check. That night, he comes back and wins the round. He's the only guy to ride one. I mean, this thing is his to lose. Now, here's the story in the average. He's one bull ahead of Sage Kimsey. So for the next two nights, it's going to be a battle there for the average, right? So we don't know that yet. But I think Kai Hamilton is so far out in the lead that it's going to have to be a couple of those nights where Sage is the only guy to ride a bull. I mean, he's about 240,000 odd behind him, so he's going to have a couple of nights like that. So you ride two bulls tonight, it's Kai Hamilton's World Championship.
Let's put this one out there. When you're looking at the world standings and the way they come per one event, over $500,000 won by Kai. Your all-around champion Stetson, now we know he went out in the second round, but over two events throughout the years, and as hard as that kid rode and as many as he won, he come to the national finals with a little over 400,000 won. His traveling partner Kai is now ahead of him by $100,000 in one event.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Well,
pretty cool story.
Tristan Hutchings, that's a big story from last night. He comes back from some adversity throughout the year, but a kid that, man, I've watched a long time, rides really, really well, and he's hot. I look for him to ride his bull tonight and tomorrow. I think he's going to finish strong in the NFR.
You called that last night, too, and he darn sure stuck it on one, so we're keeping with the same bet. I respect it.
We want to give a big shout out to the Cowboy Channel, RFD TV, and the Cowgirl Channel. We're going to turn it over now for the opening ceremonies. We're going to have the prayer and the national anthem, and we would love for you all to sit and join with us. Be sure to tip your bartenders, grab a cold drink, grab something to eat if you want, and enjoy round number 9.
And we offer our gratitude. We thank you for giving a venue where we can celebrate this sport and the Western way of life. Tonight, as these cowboys and cowgirls chase the passions and the pride that you put in their heart, we ask that you be with each and every one of them. Protect those rodeo athletes and the livestock that they compete on as they chase those championship dreams. When this day is done, be with us. Take us back to our friends and our families and those that we love most. And as always, we thank you for the greatest gift that you've given us. That is the gift of your Son, Jesus. For it's in his precious and holy name that I pray. Amen.
Amen. Tonight, Zell Davis brings our American flag. The colors that never run and never will. 247 years strong, purchased with a sacrifice at the altar of freedom. Friends, as we stand together shoulder to shoulder here tonight, what do you say we give our American flag a nice, warm Las Vegas welcome?
To honor America and perform our national anthem, the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation is proud to welcome a performer selected by the fans and an American Idol alum from Vancouver, Washington. This is Brittany Kellogg.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Fantastic job, Miss Brittany Kellogg, with our national anthem. Tonight's opening act is brought to you by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. Please welcome multi-award-winning singer, songwriter, and actress who dominated the 2023 ACM Awards with the titles of Female Vocalist of the Year and Album of the Year. This is Lainey Wilson.
Sky I'm laying under. In the eye of a hurricane, when I got one foot in the grave, I put my boots into the dirt and face the rolling thunder. I found generations of blazing a trail through barbed wire and valleys and overgrown dales. I'm barefoot and bareback and born tough as nails. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm 4/5 so reckless and 1/5 the drag. I push like a daisy through old sidewalk cracks. Yeah, my kind of crazy still run at its courses. Wildflowers and wild horses. It's the water in my veins. That breath of heaven falls like rain. So I'm taking care of either way. Make something out of how I make till I hit you right on this train. I find generations of blazing a trail through barbed wire and valleys and overgrown dales. I'm barefoot and bareback and born tough as nails. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm 4/5 so reckless and 1/5 the jag. I push like a daisy through old sidewalk cracks. Yeah, my kind of crazy. I want this race and want in the jack. I push like a daisy through old sidewalk cracks. Yeah, my kind of crazy still running its courses with wild horses. Yeah, my kind of crazy still running its courses. Wildflowers and wild horses. Wildflowers and wild horses.
Let's give a Las Vegas thank you to Lady Wilson.
If you didn't see round number 8, take a look at what you've been missing.
Opening ceremonies each and every night at the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo, brought to you by our friends at Boyd Gaming, a longtime partner here with us in Las Vegas.
Well, pal, what do you say we meet the 4 flags that make it happen? The PRCA, the largest and oldest sanctioning body of professional rodeo in the world, teaming up with the WPRA and the Cowgirls of Barrel Racing.
Now it's the banners of Las Vegas Events and the Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame.
Bright lights, big city, but tonight, Las Vegas is a cowboy town.
Cowboy, it's time!
Now let's meet them, starting with the banner of Australia and Kai Hamilton.
Here comes Junior Negate in Brazil.
Canada 10 strong and Zeke Thurston.
Sweet home Alabama, Nelson Wyatt.
Here's Arizona and Coulter Todd.
Daisy Matthews in Arkansas.
The banner of Colorado, Miss Jordan Briggs.
Justin Agaskiza in the sunshine of Florida.
Caleb Triggers in Georgia.
Dave Bruno in Idaho.
To the Midwest, to Iowa and Wyatt Casper.
Thank you, Trey Holston, Kansas.
Louisiana, Shane Hatchie.
Minnesota, J.D. Struxness.
There's Mississippi and Will Loomis.
Bull Rider Creek Young in the Show Me State of Missouri.
There's the Great Pony and Sage Newman of Montana.
Chad Mayfield in New Mexico.
We take you to North Dakota with the big boy Bridger Anderson.
Coleman Proctor in Oklahoma, 11 strong for the Sooner State.
Take you to the Great Northwest with Oregon and Dalton Massey.
Luke Brown in the Palmetto of South Carolina.
Here's South Dakota. That's
And
Levi Lord.
Riley Lev says hello from Texas. 31 cowboys and cowgirls strong, Longhorn Cattle, Bluebonnet Clover, and they are in the house as the eyes of Texas are upon you.
Here's your neighbors from Utah and Josh Frost.
Nick Guy in Wisconsin.
The Cowboys State of Wyoming and Tanner Butner.
California, here we come with Brush Mitten.
The hosting soil of Nevada and Dakota Eldridge.
The First Lady of Professional Rodeo. Say hello to Miss Rodeo America, Kennedy Riggs.
And up on the big screen, Miss Rodeo Canada, Mackenzie Skeels.
119 of the world's greatest rodeo athletes before you here tonight. Round number 9 as we get ready to duke it out. The table is set. As they look at our fans, we take this opportunity to say thank you and welcome with the tip of our Resistol hats. It's time to get the show on the road.
It's time to get the show on the road. Gotta make it out the Vegas.
Wow, get ready for a photo finish. Round number 9 of the National Finals Rodeo. Our coverage brought to you by Mahindra. And it's, well, we have 8 rounds in our rearview mirror. We have 2 rounds still ahead of us and 2 very determining rounds, if you will. It's going to be a ton of fun. Again, another sold-out crowd here at Thomas and Mack as they get ready for what I think is maybe the most interesting go-around out of all 10. Jeff Metters, Pro Rodeo Hall of Famer. Butch Knowles, I call it the witching hour. Anything can happen in round 9. We've seen some crazy stuff.
You know, it's crazy. When this rodeo started, in all the events, there were like 4 or 5 events that it looked like you could not catch the leader. They had the biggest leads I think we've ever seen coming here. Now, there's only one event that's in the books, and the rest of them, it all starts in round number 9. It's going to be so much fun. Keenan Hayes, he's of course in the lead in the bareback riding, but he has got a couple guys right behind him, Clayton Bigelow and Jess Pope. Dalton Massey, he needs to win the next 2 rounds. It is not over till it's over.
I love what Joe Beaver said last night. He said, you know, I can handle round 10. It's just getting through round 8 and round 9. That was the hard stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Boy, and it can come unwound. You can put 8 solid rounds together, lay a roadmap for a world championship, and it can come unwound on a Friday night in Las Vegas. You saw the batting order there for the bareback riders, and it's been fun to watch here. Jacob Lees, he's been good. He's won about $80,000+. He's a guy that just barely made it in to the National Finals Rodeo. He had to ride like a veteran in those last couple hours of rodeo's regular season, and he did it. And I tell you, that has made some headway for him in terms of the world standings. He's gone from 14th to number 9, sitting on about $200,000. He's had a very good first in FR.
Yeah, he really has. And you know, when he started out, he was really sick. About, the 3rd round to the 5th round, he wasn't feeling very good. Then he's got to be feeling a little better, and that always helps when you're coming in here trying to ride these rank horses. The ones tonight aren't going to be the eliminators. There's a few in here that are going to be tricky. Jacobs got a horse called Gronk. They were 85.5 on this horse. This is a good chance again. Good spot on that average. And look at this. You wonder why he's here? That is a great ride. He is just getting stronger and stronger every night.
Like, when the round, it pays $30,000, almost $31,000. They pay 6 places. When the average is almost $79,000, they pay 8 places on that. That'll all be finalized tomorrow. What a good ride to kick it off. 84.5 points.
Yeah, it really was. He could have been 85.5 easy enough. That horse had some moves right out there. He did a great job on that spur out. I mean, you could not have made a better ride. 84.5, that's the bar now they're at.
Now Dean Thompson, he'll be next to go. He's another guy at his first ever National Finals Rodeo. He's a youngster. Jacob Lee's a little older, but he's up there like 27 years of age. Dean Thompson, 21. Won Hermiston, won Pendleton this year.
He's got a horse they were 85.5 on as well. Jimbo Roper. Boy, look at this. Look how tight he is. How square with his upper body. His feet right to the rigging, way ahead of the horse. I mean, granted, a good horse to make that ride on, but you still have to do your part. Real aggressive mark out. Just full offense right there.
Rewarded, but not good enough to move him to the lead. 83 points the score there for Dean Thompson. He's 15th in the average, 15th in the world. He'll be chasing that $30,000 check tomorrow. Here comes Leighton Berry. He's getting an average check right now. He's number 6 in the world. He's splitting 4th and 5th in that average.
Yeah, great little horse here. William Wallace has been to the national finals 5 or 6 different trips. Boy, Barry's. He's fun to watch. He's got a great style. I mean, all these guys have great styles, but his is a little different. I really like watching him ride. This horse is kind of leaning back against the back of the chute. You know, you get these veteran horses, they know exactly what's going on. They can feel a guy slide up there, get ready to nod. There's the nod. Good mark out, William Wallace. There's those traditional ducks left, duck right. Good finish over. Oh, right at the end, I think he got just a little bit of trouble. Right through here was good. Here's the ducks, but he's so far ahead of him. See, his feet are in his neck before he lands and changes leads. See, you don't feel all that crossover with your rigging like that, but right at the end, he got a hair behind, right square in front of those judges. And he knows it. Yeah, you can see him walking back, and you're so disgusted with yourself. It's like running back in. I know I could do better right now.
82 for him. That's going to put Leighton in 3rd out of 3. Jacob Lee still on top. Warren Larson getting set. He's just been roughed up really for the 2nd straight NFR. He just has taken a beating for the most part.
Yeah, he sure has. And he's got a horse, Keenan Hayes, who's 85 and a half on. So he does have a chance. And look at Warren Larson. I've been waiting for this ride all week long. Finish it in here, Warren. Good job. Good job. I mean, no one has hit the ground harder and took longer to get up than Warren Larson. And then to make that kind of ride in round number 9, that is amazing. That shows what these guys, they're so athletic. Got into his hand a little bit if you're going to get technical right there at the fence, but gets off on the pickup man. We haven't seen that for a while, and he goes to the lead. We haven't seen that all week, so good for Oren.
That pickup man, that's a little easier on that 32-year-old body that he's got there. So 85, he's on top. Richmond champion came in 15th in the world. Made 8 trips to the National Finals Rodeo. The first back in 2014. He missed in 22. He was on the kind of injured on the sidelines. He got star witness tonight from Stay Smith.
Yeah, you and I were at Sioux Falls, and he had a horse there. We're over in the chute, and broke his sternum. Weren't even sure if he was going to make the NFR. So it's great to see him here, and he's been riding good. This horse takes a lot of jump in 8 seconds. You got to stay down, stay tight. Did a great job staying even right there. Follow that horse around out there. He's left and right. See how quick he is? I mean, that's really cool. That's a great little horse, but I mean, those jumps are coming quick. Kick, jump, I mean, you just keep your chin down, beat him to the front end. Pretty ride, 84 and a half. Let's get him in there, what, split in second?
Yeah, we got a log jam there in those mid-80s, 85, 284 and a half, and 83. Cole Reiner's been good. He's 6th in the average. He's 11th in the world. He's won 63,000. He's got catnap tonight.
Yeah, here's a horse. Now, I made a notation by this one because this is the horse Rocker Steiner had in this pen. And I just got done saying these are all nice horses. These guys going to have fun. This one was a handful. This was a true eliminator. I don't know if that was a weird trip, and I don't know why this horse went back into this particular pin unless that was just an exceptional ranked trip for him. I don't know. We're about to find out. Oh, much better. Now I see why he's in here. All right, this looked good, Reiner. Good job. Yeah, this is a good pin for him. That was just a weird trip with Rocker. 84 and a half, 85, I mean, is the lead right now, Warren Larson. And look at Cole. I mean, he is just making rides like this every single horse. Came here right now, 6th in the average. Going to hold that position, maybe move up. 85 and a half, he's going to go to number 1 all by himself. Great job for Reiner.
Had so much fun to watch him compete here at the National Finals Rodeo. Mason Clements, he's put on a show, hadn't he?
Yeah,
he found his
sure
mojo in Sioux Falls in that Governor's Cup, and man, he has cranked it up since then.
You know, I talk about momentum in all sports, and especially this one. To get hot right when he did, he came here with so much confidence. Another horse that takes a lot of jumps in 8 seconds. Good ride, perfect ride. But I mean, it's just You're just up there and you're just going quick. None of that pretty hang up there. You're rigging with your feet, make it look classy. You got to get back to the front end really fast, get set for that next jump. Good ride, but compare that horse to a couple of the others. I don't know if that's going to be enough to get him in that 85 area. Should hold his spot in the average, though.
Has gone from 11th in the world to number 7. He split 4th in the average. 81.5 to score for Mason Clements. So Cole Reiner still in that top spot, 85.5 points. Glad to see Orrin Larson up there tied for 2nd at the moment. Tanner Ross, he's got a go-around win a little bit earlier this week. He split round number 6 with Jacob Lees, 87-point ride.
He's got a chance here. This is the horse that Leighton Berry won this round on. Great little horse. Should go off there kind of around to the left. Lots of kick, lots of timing, lots of hair. All right, Tanner. Straight down the pin tonight. Not going to make the circle right at the end. And I don't think it's as strong a trip as that horse had the first time. And you'll see that. The second time they buck him here, sometimes they don't buck quite as good. Still a great trip. Good timing. Tanner Ross. Watch that. You just watch everything. The upper body, what his feet are doing. 83.5. And you know, that just wasn't the same trip. That's just the way it is in rodeo. One day is a little better than the others.
And projected world standings, the rookie Keenan Hayes continues to just dominate here, holding that spot. Look how much money he's won. $325,000, second in the average. He has been maybe laying the groundwork for maybe a dynasty here. That guy right there may get in his way, though. Jess Pope trying to win his 4th straight NFR average title.
No kidding. He's back there. You know, Keenan's got some guys breathing down his neck. Jess Pope, number 1 in the average, is really dangerous.
Jaco Roper next to go. Got a go-around win under his belt. Split round 5. Clayton Bigelow.
Yeah, he's got nearly $80,000 won. Look at that. Little hop and skip in there. That changes that timing, and Jaco handled it perfect. Over at the fence, little trouble right there. That horse kind of faded off there and dropped him into his arm. Not sure if that was before or right after the whistle. But right here, see that little stutter step? That's tricky right there because, you know, you pick that timing up early and they do that. It changes how everything feels. And right there was the other mistake. No mistake in the beginning. Little one at the end, and I think that was more on the horse. 77, Jaco Roper. Good ride, really good ride.
Tim O'Connell getting set to go. Kind of looking back on that Jaco Roper score. O'Connell, you know, he's got it up to about 31,000 for him. A little frustrating start to the beginning of his national finals rodeo, but starting to find some solid ground here. There you see Cole Reiner at 85.5. He's got the lead. Bunched up there from 1st to 6th, all within about 2.5 points.
Well, you can win about $31,000 if you win this go-round alone. So there's still 2 go-rounds left. That adds up to $62,000 in my math.
Tim O'Connell, world champion in 16, 17, and 18.
Oh, O'Connell, this could be his chance. What a rare out of the chute. Tim finishing in front right there. New leader. What a bareback ride by O'Connell.
Well, we're kind of waiting for somebody to break this thing wide open, and O'Connell's going to be the guy that does it.
I think so, and if I'm wrong, I'm going to boo the judges with the rest of the people. Look at this. I mean, that move out of there, and he did not make one mistake. Stayed square, absolutely dominated in that ride. And 86.5 points later, he does take the lead. Could have been a point or 2 more in my book. Great ride.
So 86.5, 85.5, 85. Those are your top 3s. Tanner Ross on the bubble at 83.5. Getting down to the guys that are tops in the world standings coming in. There's that Mahindra leaderboard. Nice to see O'Connell on top right there. It's Cade Saunier, another rookie. Nods his head.
Yeah, he's had a great week, too. Man, look at this. You talk about a great future in bareback riding for this guy. That was impressive. Wow. Now, if you're Tim O'Connell, you're going, whoo, I may have not had that lead very long. I don't know what they're going to do right here. I don't know if he'll take it away from Tim. But he darn sure made a great ride right there on that Sorrow.
Yeah, first NFR, he's number 3 in the average, trying to hold that spot. 85 is the score for him. That'll put him in a tie for 3rd place with Orrin Larson.
Yeah, that was a great ride. Man.
For the moment, Tim O'Connell is safe. See the world standings coming in. Keenan Hayes, the rookie, he's just been so dominant. 324,000. Bigelow trying to keep the heat on him. Jess Pope continues to climb every night as well. Rocker Steiner won the first 2 rounds, 87, 88 and a half. He's made about 91,000. He just needs to be a little stronger in the average. He's 10th, even though he's number 4 in the world.
Yeah, he had some horses get the best of him kind of in the middle of this. He's kind of picked his game back up here as late. Won those first 2 go-arounds. Rocker, the horse he has tonight, Land of Fancy. This was one of the re-ride horses when this particular pin was out. So they draw 15 and then they put the other 5 in the re-rides in case you need them. If they're not used, well, the next time they are used and they pick another 5 to go in the re-ride. So we'll see if it pays off for Rocker Steiner. Oh, this is his kind of deal right here. Rocker Steiner, big finish at the fence. Good ride. Good ride. There's the family up there.
World champion steer wrestler Sid is his dad. Bobby Steiner, world champion bull rider, the grandfather. And we got a new leader.
Oh, that looked good, doesn't it? I mean, right in the top of the neck, and he was planting them. He was leaving no doubt. That big old bay, he came off there and kicked. That was after the whistle. Steiner, 87 points. He takes the lead.
Rocker brings the energy. He's in the top spot with 3 guys still remaining. 87, 86 and a half, 85 and a half. Those are the top 3. There's the Mahindra leaderboard. Well, but here comes Jess Pope, number 1 in the average, number 3 in the world. Came in number 10, and he just kind of keeps chipping away. But if you're Keenan Hayes, you kind of hope you got just enough in the tank to hold this guy off.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because Keenan is 5 points behind him in the average. Which Keenan, if he just stays second, he's fine. But Jess Pope is $88,992 behind Keenan Hayes. So he needs Keenan to make a mistake, but he just is thinking this. Make that same right. I swear, every night his horses make a circle to the right. I mean, to the left. Every night. And he just makes that same right.
Probably need a little bit more hot sauce on this one.
Yeah, I think so, you know, but he's doing what he does best. He's going to hold his spot in the average. He stays aggressive. Look how quick he is. I mean, struggled a little early in this season. Took him well to get back off some injuries. He is back in great shape, 85 and a half.
Yeah, he's going to
get back in this round.
Heck yeah, it's going to put him in a tie for 3rd. There's a look at Rocker Steiner. He's your leader at 87 points. Needs to get past Clayton Berry and Keenan Hayes, or Clayton Bigelow and Keenan Hayes. So Rip is the draw here for Bigelow. 7th in the average, number 2 in the world. He's won over 100,000 in 8 rounds here.
Yeah, but 7th in the average is biting him right now. He's 54,000 behind Keenan. And he's ridden really, really well. Won over 100,000, like you said, 107,000. But that 7th place is a long way from 2nd. But all he can do is do what he can. And maybe somebody will make a mistake, but he's behind. This horse has got some drop. He's not going to be even close right here. That's about the most trouble we've seen Clayton have all week. See how he got set up right kind of over his hand right there, and then he's going to get way up over that hand again right in here. I mean, he just had some trouble, and 75 points later, he's going to show up and he score.
Final Cowboy, age 20, Keenan Hayes. Came in number 1. He's still number 1 by a mile. He's number 2 in the average. Riding like a veteran. Needs 87 and a half to win the round.
Well, the mark out was good. That's what I was hoping he'd get by there. And look at this. He's just going at it again. Great ride again. He's doing just what he needs. That was a real good horse, in my opinion, for him in this pen. I don't know if he'll win anything in the go-around, but it's going to let him stay solid in the average. Bigelow, you know, he kind of took the heat off him a little bit, but Jess Pope didn't. 83 and a half, not going to place in the round, but he's going to stay right in there, probably in 2nd place in the average.
Yeah, he's number 2 in the average, about 7 points behind Jess Pope.
The 2023 NFR on RFD TV.
Jim Bob Custer, we're going to get up here and talk a little bit about some bareback riding. But before we do that, we've got some business going on right here in the house. In the rotunda, we want to recognize Jamie Christensen and her Dirty 30 happy birthday party. You guys have a great time tonight and enjoy that cake.
Happy birthday, you bet. Well, the bareback ride did not disappoint. Rocker Steiner, the guy that he's a little controversial, but I'll tell you what, he rocked it tonight, 87 points. Man, what a great spurt ride he had. And as we were watching that, Dusty, we knew it. We called it. We knew he was going to take the lead in the round. So great ride there, 87 points to win the round.
It's one of the great things we were talking about in the horses and the judging and the guys sitting at home watching the judging. We're judging them. We've been around enough. Man, we were off. But what I will say is the right guy won tonight.
Yeah.
The scores ended up being where they needed to be.
Well, I like to say that they were off a little.
They were.
Us.
Yeah, no, we're.
I mean, we were calling them right. They just weren't
doing
it the way we were. But, you know, you got Tim O'Connell, the three-time world champ, comes in there with an 86.5. That's win second in the round. You had a couple of 85.5s, Jess Pope and Cole Reiner. Now, Jess Pope, we talked about in our pre-show. That's the guy right there has the commanding lead in the average. I think he's going to cinch his fourth average title here at the finals. So we're going to check stats here after this. We're going to go back to the table and do that and find out who's winning the average. But
what does that do for Keenan Hayes, them guys that are riding and winning tonight? It's going to hold him up there and help him out quite a bit.
Yeah, it is. Those guys in the middle of the pack, you know, Rocker and Tim O'Connell, who don't have a shot at winning the title, you know, they're going to keep the guys that are, you know, Clayton Bigelow, that, you know, that's on his tail. They're kind of, you know, he had a bad ride tonight. I think, you know, he was about the only guy that could really catch Keenan, and he needed to win the round tonight, probably win the round tomorrow and move up a couple spots in the average. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say Keenan Hayes probably just won his first world title.
It's kind of neat as we get down to like the 9th round, you can start to see those titles come to fruition. But what's also neat is the really close races that take a right to the 10th round and you're nail biting all the way, because let's face it, there's nothing more exciting than to watch great rodeo, and this is what we've got here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, you bet. You know, on the bareback ride, you know, these guys, it's kind of fun to watch them. You know, they get a little sore around the 4th, 5th, 6th round, but then 7th, 8th, 9th round, they're back to feeling normal again. You know, all the little soreness kind of gets itself worked out. And I mean, Dusty, we talk about these kids coming up, the bronc ride and the bareback ride. And, I mean, I like to say that we could ride with them, but I don't think so. These guys are phenomenal. I mean, the bareback ride and bronc ride is better than I've ever seen.
They've changed things around so much from since we were in there. The styles alone, the horsepower. I think the horsepower's there. I mean, we had some great ones back in the day, but man, you just keep watching them grow. We want to give a big shout out and a thank you to the Ahern Luxury Boutique Hotel for sponsoring us here. Let's turn it back to Amy Wilson and her interview with Rocker Steiner, your bareback champ of the 9th round.
And I'm really happy to draw that horse and get to go back to the South Point. I was planning on coming back. It's a little later than I wanted, but it's good to be going back.
It's great to see you again. Congratulations to Rocker Steiner, guys.
Yeah, he's notched 3 round wins already. So steer wrestling getting set. Let's get to Luke Branquino.
Yeah, you know, the average is starting to play a role in this World Standings race. Now, the average number 1, Dakota Eldridge, he has a tough steer, so keep an eye on that. They were no time on him. Watch out for Jesse Brown. He has a good one. So let's see what transpires here, guys.
Yeah, Bridger Anderson won last night. 3-3. He's first out tonight. That'll be pretty darn good. 3-8 for Bridger.
Hey, and that was a tough steer there, too,
yes,
guys.
That was.
That steer, they got a no time on. Don Payne actually ran that steer, too. But I believe Ty Erickson got a no time, got away from him. And that was just a great run, slowing down, getting up over the top of him, and just being aggressive in his start.
How much momentum after winning a go-around does it bring into the next night?
Oh, it's huge,
Crazy, isn't it?
especially when you don't have anything to gain, you know, with the average, because he's out of the average.
Right.
So he knows he's got to roll at it.
There's a look at the run order tonight. We saw Bridger Anderson. Here comes Nick Guy. He's been good, too. He's won 64,000. He's number 3 in that average. That's a big check. Got to hold that spot right here as he gets set in round 9.
Yeah, and talking to Nick, he knows that he has to blast the start. The Slow Horse is working great. When he gets the start that he needs, behind it a little bit right there, that steer picks his head up just enough at the back end, and Nick's just going to lay him down and try to hold his spot in that average.
5 and 6. Probably won't get a check.
Yeah, you can just see right there, Nick's disappointed in his start, but once he knew he missed it, he's like, okay, don't panic, don't get in a rush, just get him tipped over.
Yeah, he's 1.8 seconds out of first in the average, but that steer you aren't going to make much ground on.
Stan Branco came in number 12. He backs in the box in round 9. He's number 2 in the world. Won about 130,000. He's getting an average check right now. He's just in the average. That's 7th at the moment, so probably need a little bit bigger check. That's 13,000 to really be a factor in the World Championship race. He might need to win one or both of these final 2 rounds.
Yeah, he's going to dang sure need to do that and have some guys in that average maybe stub their toe a little bit, move up a couple spots to have a chance. But hey, we've seen stranger things happen.
Calcan.
You know, it's 10 years since Stan has been here, and he's matured a lot as a Bulldogger, but more so as not worrying about his horsepower. We talked about this before. Just hit the corner and nod. Oscar's giving a little trouble here, but Stan's not trying to do anything fancy. Just step him up, make him find that comfortable spot, and then nod his head and get out of the corner.
Yeah, it's funny when they hit the corner and their body position goes one direction, they'll break in the wrong lead, won't they?
Yeah, they could do that, or you might get too much down the wall, or more so that's important is not getting too close to the pin. Those horses get trapped in behind them. You just have to go a little bit further down the arena. Anybody that's been in this arena knows how short it is. You want your feet on the ground this side of the scoreboard.
So do you break to the center, Luke?
Yeah, you want to try to break to the center. Now, there's going to be some instances tonight, like the steer Dakota Eldridge has.
Yeah.
He's going to have to break wide because that steer's going to step at him and let off. So it just really, now that they know the steer, setting up the game plan and sticking to it.
A little fidgety.
But one thing that, you know, getting your horse set and taking this much time is one thing, but that steer's been sitting in the chute an awful long time. You see him kind of pulling him back and waking him up, making sure when those gates crack, that steer's going to leave sharp.
Well, looks like Andy Hilton's got him ready to go.
Oscar just wanting to step out. They might want to put somebody in there because you see the judge on the back of the chute right there. He's got a stopwatch in his hand. If you go over a certain time, they start fining you. Good start right there for Stan. Oh, he just almost headshot that steer and his feet hit short. Now we're just going to rest on that, guys.
10 and 2.
Yeah, and you know, man, Stan got such a good start. Maybe wasn't expecting that steer to pick his head up. See Stan kind of come from the top rope at him right here. Here's going to be a great shot. This steer stepped away and he just rolled his hips, actually. I mean, that's just a mental mistake right there from Stan.
Bridger Anderson, first guy out, trying to win back-to-back rounds. 3.8 has the lead. It's early. Stephen Cullen will be next to go. Only steer wrestler here that comes from north of the border. Didn't take him long.
This might be good, right? Oh, good run. Man, he ducked that nose out of there.
He did. He had to right there because he was getting pulled down. Like, I'm not sure if he was on a knee there or not. But, wow, great start. Setting his go up. Watch right here. He's starting to get down right there, but he does a good job digging it out of that steer.
That one's with authority.
Yeah, wasn't it?
So Culling moves to second place. 3-8, 4 flat. Big Jacob Talley ready to go. Out of that average picture, needs to be aggressive. He's won about 62 and change, almost 63,000 in 8 rounds.
Well, and then Talley has a steer that has not been competed on during the performance. Now, this steer's an extra. They have extras in the pen in case something happens and they need to add him on. They were 4-6. Now, they time him just like a rodeo run after the rodeo. And this steer, they said, is going to try on pretty good and is a little stronger. But for Talley, that strength of the steer doesn't mean anything.
Did he get out?
No, I don't think so.
I don't either.
Yeah, barrier is going to be a problem there for him. Tack on 10 seconds, 4-5. Now 14-5.
Wow, you can see right there, just barely clipped it. One thing about running an extra, you see I rolled his head. It wasn't a down forward motion. And watch how it tightens right there. Just barely broken. It doesn't matter if you break it by a little or a lot, it's still a 10-second penalty.
Needs something good to happen here for Cody Devers. He's been shut out so far.
Great start right there. Feet on the
There it
ground.
is. There we go. Good job.
Gonna get a check tonight.
That's a great feeling.
Gonna get a check tonight. 3-5 moves to the lead.
Man, that start was sharp. Mark Joiners Hazer did a great job. And Cody, good job staying on his feet and getting a fall out of that steer. that's like you said, something needed to happen for him.
Mahindra leaderboard just got a little tougher. Devers at 3.5, Bridger Anderson at 3.8. The only guys that are under 4, and here comes J.D. Struxness. Man, he was fast in round 5. He won the round 3.3 time for him. That is the quickest run that we've seen so far until last night, where Bridger Anderson matched it. What about 88,000? One spot out of the average money.
Good steer here.
Yeah, look for him to add to that 88,000 with this steer. Dirk Taverner won round on him. He gets a start like he has been and makes the runs that he has been. This could challenge Cody Devers' run. There's a lot of action on the ground.
There it is.
3.7. We'll put him right in the middle of that 3.5 and 3.8. Struckens moves to second.
Good run, and just behind the Berry, just enough where it cost him a tenth or two, but you really can't take anything away from that. He set his go up and finished sharp.
Getting a little faster now. We got 3 runs under 4 seconds. Dirk Taverner next to go.
Well, this same horse Stan Branco rode Oscar and Dirk, but you can tell how this horse respects his owner and knows who's on his back. Like, Oscar's not moving or anything right here. Great start for Dirk. Spin him around. Oh, man.
3.9. That's 4th place right now, and Dirk's he's stepping on the gas.
Kind of rolled him down his back. Could have been quicker.
Yeah, he did. And you see Dirk right there starting him around. Just was late to his nose. If he'd have got that steer's nose a little sooner and got it pulled out of there, I think he gets a flatter fall. And again, could have challenged the number 1 guy.
Projected world standings, and you can see that Dalton Massey's still in that top spot there. Dakota Eldridge, though, he's number 1 in the average. He's already won the NFR average on a couple of occasions, and he's in a comfortable spot.
He's got an eliminator tonight, though. That's in bronc riding terms. He's got to get by a bad one.
Yes, he does. But you know what? Dakota's so handy. He just needs to get the start. Missed it right there. Watch this steer's letting off, rolls his head. And that's what we were talking about right there. On a steer like that, it's so important to get the start. But he's hurting right there. I think that steer might have caught him with a horn in the ribs. Watch him right here. Steer's coming down. See him roll his head back and let off. Then he gets tangled up with the back feet of the Hazen horse. That inside horn caught him pretty good, guys.
Justin Sports Medicine will take a look at him. Yeah, that was an eliminator right there, wasn't it? Behind you, full speed.
Oh, he's
checking up on you. I don't know how you handle that. Will Loomis next to go. Buried in the average, but he's been a little stronger the last night or so. Runner-up to the world champion the last 2 years.
Yeah, and again, Will just needs to shake off whatever he had early on in the week, making sure he gets the start, riding up in there and do what he's done all year, and that's it right there.
Yeah, that's that. 4-1, tough round, though.
That puts him in the 6th spot. He's in the last money hole.
You know, slipped off his nose right there, but that still was a great run from Will, especially bobbing that inside horn. He recovered well from that.
3.5 still has the lead. Cody Devers. Ty Erickson won the world in 2019, came into Las Vegas this year, number 5 in the world. He's dropped 1 spot to number 6. Not in the top 8 at the average at the moment.
You know, talking about teams, this has been one of the most impressive teams of horses out here, in my opinion. Crush is working good. Matt Reeves doing a good job. Steer kind of lets off, but then really rolls at Ty's legs right there. He just has to hustle through that run.
4.9, 7th place. Tyler Wagaspack, Jesse Brown, Dalton Massey. All yet to go, and those are the guys that are fighting it out for that world championship.
Yeah, this is a big run right here for Tyler, isn't it?
Oh, it is a very big run right here. You know, they were 4-4. They has a chance to win some money on the steer, but he has to get the start, especially with Dakota going out of the average right there.
Right.
Lets him move up a spot, but it also may let Dalton Massey move up a spot too.
Yeah.
So he's got the start he needs, staying over him. Oh, the steer pirouettes there on the leg. You know, good hustle from Wag right there. That steer just didn't want to take it.
Tied for 6th at the moment. Well, you can bet on Tyler Wagaspack these last 2 or 3 rounds doing what he does best.
Yeah, and he does a good job getting that steer caught, maybe a little late to his nose, and that steer just wants to stick a leg. But that's the fastest they've been on that steer all week.
Yeah. Cody Devers still has the lead, 3-5. You have 4 runs under 4. Here comes Jesse Brown. He's still in the mix. He's number 5 in the world, number 4 in the average. He's going to move up a spot if he can take care of business here. Got a couple of these guys, they just need to win. They got to run the table in these final 2 rounds.
And he has a chance right here. The 3 in on the steer. Good start right there. Great run from Jesse Brown.
For Jazz. 3-9, going to get him a little money.
Get him a little bit and move up a spot in that average.
Yeah.
You know, now he's the one kind of putting pressure on his buddy Dalton Massey.
Man, he took a start at that one.
There's Devers right there, top spot, 3-5. Jesse Brown in the money now at 3-9. 4 flat or faster to get a check. Here comes Dalton Massey.
He's got a great steer too.
He does, but he can't back off. He's got to take a chance on this one. You know, 4 flat tires and gets the start, makes his run, gets a check in this go around. He's already moved up a spot in average if he gets this one thrown. So all these little numbers make a big difference come tomorrow.
Not going to get a check.
No, and he was at the back end, like he's getting up not very far from those buck and shoots, and it's because he did miss the barrier right there. But one thing about Dalton, he didn't panic. He got over that steer. Great job getting over and finishing and making sure he took care of his business at the back end.
Well, Don Payne, his first National Finals rodeo. He comes in tonight, number 2 in the average. He may be in the top spot of the average if he can get it done right here. That's a check for almost $80,000 if he can finish this thing off tomorrow night.
Yeah, and he's been impressive. You know, this horse, Dr. Pepper, has been doing great for Don. His brother Grady on the other side. They've been not even quietly doing it, but they have been dominating in the go-rounds and moving his way up in the average. You know, he come in 15th, but he didn't act like he's an NFR rookie.
No, he is not bulldog like that at all over these first 8 rounds.
Good start. They're still down the arena a little ways, but a good run.
Really good run.
You know, he hasn't really bobbled on the ground, making the runs that he needs to make, no matter where he's at in the arena. Slowing down, getting over him, and finishing. Great job there from Don Payne.
Moves to number 1 in the average.
Hazer just a little bit behind right there, but see how he's patient, stays over. You know, you can't knock anything Don Payne's done since he's been here.
Yeah, you got Jesse Brown second in the average, Wags 4th, and Dalton Massey right now, number 6.
2024.
Brandon, let's talk a little bit about bulldogging. Kind of interesting down there. We see our buddy Andy that's lining steers, right? Pushing steers, getting covered in the green guacamole every night. That steer of Stan Branco's, they said standing in there too long, but they turn and you watch that guy, and he has them ready. It's even for everybody, and this is what makes things happen great. Cody DeVeers is a 3-5 tonight.
For his first check, finally. He'd been snake bit all finals, finally gets some money.
Let me tell you a quick story about him. Tore a pec muscle off not long ago. Coming back from it, Tandy Freeman, you see him down there watching the bulldog, and behind the chutes, Tandy Freeman and Justin Cowboy Crisis Foundation helping these guys down the road. We were at the bowling tournament, and I'll tell you what, Cody DeVeers can throw a steer, but he can't throw a bowling ball.
Ouch, man.
He
Call a dude out like that.
Well, I can do it.
It was a charity game.
And he's at the Thomas and Mack, so he's not here to whoop me. But I'll tell you what, no, he opened it. He threw the first ball and opened us up there. What a great human, and he wanted to give back to that crisis fund. Let's talk about the bulldogging. Tell me what you got.
Well, the bulldogging shook it up a little bit because it's going to be anybody's game. We thought Dalton Massey, if he came in and won a check, he was going to get in the bag, and he didn't. He went 4-6, a little long. The unfortunate part with Dakota Eldridge going out of the average completely, it automatically moves him up to 7th. That's important because it gives him a little cushion. Jesse Brown is now the only guy that could really have a chance of catching him and Tyler Wagaspack. Jess Brown with Nick Guy going a little bit long. Jess Brown moves into number 2 in the average. Moves up almost about $20,000 here in those standings. It is game on for tomorrow night. It will be determined tomorrow on the 10th round.
So well, they all will. Tomorrow night, 10th round, it's all going to be over. But
100%.
anyways,
It's
no,
gonna be
with Cody coming in here in a 3-5 and shaking things up, he's taking that lead money away. But it's going to help these other guys in the average a little bit. He's going to be kind of a spoiler for them because they're not. That's a big chunk of change he's taking home tonight that them other guys aren't getting.
Well, watch the difference between the steer wrestling and the team roping. In the team roping, although you really have a different timing to it, you can safety up a little bit. There's not a lot of safetying up in the bulldogging. It's not like you can change that timing up and really hold off that barrier a little bit or maybe get out. You need that hazer to get them in. You need to get down, and you need to hold them right there in the arena before you get to the buck and shoots. And you don't have a lot of time. So it's still going to end up being in the bulldogging. You got to be aggressive. You've got to maintain, and you got to take an opportunity when it comes to you.
Well, that's what Jeff and Butch were talking about, and I'm sure you heard it on the screen. They was talking about eliminators in the bulldog, and I said, well, that's a bronc riding term. Not necessarily true, because in the calf rope and the timed events, you never know what's going to shake out. It can be the ground in the barrel race. You know, I mean, there's so many things that can happen. A rain come over a horse's head. It's all that one night and what you do and what you're up to make success or failure.
Yeah, it's luck of the draw. It's such a convoluted topic because you look at exactly what Dakota Eldridge did tonight. A steer like that, if he gets by him, it's epic. If he takes him out of the average like he did tonight, that's some luck of the draw stuff. Dakota absolutely had a phenomenal week up to this point. You kind of just are worried about seeing that everything's going to get determined on one steer is going to do that big difference make.
You betcha. Well, let's turn it back to the Cowboy Channel for our team roping.
Joe Beaver probably could have won 18. He had those kind of skills. Jake Clay, Tyler Worley are going to be the guys that start. They come in 14th in the average, 15th in the world standings, and about $36,000 in change. Joe B, down there?
I'm here.
There we are.
They didn't have me turned on. They were cutting me off, man. They didn't let me talk. Jake Clay has done a great job, and he continues. Worley's got to get one. Yes! Finally! 3.7. You know, for a first-time NFR hitter, Jeff, that Jake Clay's done a great job this week. And Worley, he heals good. That's how he's here, but he's had trouble. That shot right there has been all week. Wanting a run to start the round. Last night, you know, we saw the first team out be 3-3, win the round. Is that going to be fast enough tonight? Probably not, but he's going to win something, and that's a good start for Jake Clay because first time here, you want to win all you can at the end of that week. You're carrying on to the new year in about 48 hours.
3-7's been good enough to win 2 rounds. Won round 3 and round 4. We've got a little faster since then. Marcus Terrio, Cole Curry ready to go.
Yeah, and the record on this steer, too, is good. 3-7 on him one time. So leaves sharp, reaches, gets him. Cole gets around there, gets a little bit inside, gets an outside leg. 4 flat, goes to 9 flat.
Boy, the dreaded 1 leg, 5-second penalty. Here's a look at the run order tonight. The guys that are, well, they were kind of stacked in there. Warden Hawkins are in a great spot. Tomlinson and Smith. Got Caleb Driggers and Caleb and Jr. They're trying to win their 3rd straight world championship. And Clay Smith and Peyton Bray, they've been on a roll, and that's going to come to an end right here.
Yeah, that is. That Clay Smith had a swing off and was throwing at the chute and was out of the barrier.
And they climbed up to number 6 in the average, so that's going to hurt a little bit.
That's going to drop down, but that world championship race starts right here, guys.
Here we go, Clint Summers and Jake Long. Oh my gosh, have those guys been on a roll? They won round 1, they won round 2.
They won 4, and I'm telling
round 7.
They got a steer that they've been 3 on right here 2 times, guys. So this could continue. This could get another go-around win. And they got to do it, go-around by go-around. You know, they're going to move up in the average every time somebody misses, but he's out. Got it on him. Can Jake get this one? He does. 3-8 to second. Second place, and they're going to probably help themselves in that average, you know. Here we go. Number crunching time.
They should climb at least a spot.
Yeah, I would think it. I mean, Clint did a good job of scoring. That steer ticked a horn in the box, leaving the chute, and he got a little pull right there. Wow, that was an impressive run at a crunch time.
Pro hats, healer standings right there. Wesley Thorpe, 244. Buddy Hawkins, he's going right here. He's number 3. These guys
I
are
think he
maybe in
just
the
broke
driver's
the barrier and got a leg.
That's going to hurt.
Yeah,
they were number 2 in the average.
Yeah, you know, when you max out on penalties, that could hurt them in the average. I don't know, but got started. The first mistake he's made got started a little early right there. That steer didn't leave hard, and he was ahead of it. maxed out on penalties. They did catch. That's the main important thing right now with one steer left.
These guys won the average last year, Tanner Tomlinson and Patrick Smith. Patrick Smith, of course, two-time world champion. He won in 05 with Clay Tryon. He won with Trevor Brazil in 2010.
Yeah, mistakeless last year. Just unbelievable 10 head. This year, not so much. They have not had very much luck at all till tonight. 3-6, new leaders.
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. Boy, that's a sigh of relief because it's been a long week for this team. A team that was so dominant last year. But that's what Tanner did last year every time. Patrick got around, set him down. Tough go around now. 3-6 to the lead.
Look at the smile from the two-time world champion. Tanner's just his second NFR. Now you got a world champion on each side of the box here, Eric Rogers and Paul Eves.
They want to go around this week. These guys are always a threat. They got gold buckles in between them. He's out. He's got a chance. Steers out in the middle. Good heel shot. Tight. 4-1.
That was a great shot.
That was a heel shot. You know, that steer kind of got ahead of Rogers a little bit right there, and he went and got the neck. But watch what Paul Eves does so good. See him right there. He's riding towards that steer. Separation, and sets him down.
Tough round, 3-6, 3-7, 3-8. That's the top three times as Ren Richard and Jeremy Bueller get set. Bueller's a world champion. He won that back in 2016. Won the average that year as well. There's a look at that Mahindra leaderboard. Gets a little loose after 4, but from 4th down to 1st, pretty tough.
Yeah.
Not much room right there. And they hollering out. Big chance for them. Get it down and fast. 3-6 again.
3-6.
Man, I tell you what, the Beard did a good job right there stacking it on the wood and stopping that steer. This head horse for Henry Charge is one of the best in the business. Look, watch him get hold that steer. But right there, Jeremy, see how he just shortened it up? He put the dally on and said, whoa. And now we go to the guys that have won a go-around. We're actually going to set the world record of 3-1, and 3-6 is winning. So what do you think they're going to do, guys?
Yeah, no kidding.
That's one of my memories of this NFR. These guys stretched one out in 3.1 seconds, and then you had Chad Mayfield with a 6-1, and neither of those stand up. You had a crossfire, and the calf got up. For incredible runs.
Yeah, two records that just got smoked before they could even enjoy them.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, I bet Coleman Proctor's going to give him a chance again to beat that 3-6 and hit that record. I will say this Bay Horse and Coleman have figured out the NFR right here. Out, on him, Logan around him, heel him, get tight fast. Couldn't get tight. 4 flat. Just a little bit back in the corner, got hung maybe just a tick. But he
ran
did,
out of room.
Yeah, he did get out. Watch, he gets out, gets it on him right fast, gets a good dally here. He's got to come back, heels him right there. He just needed just a little bit more, maybe one more jump, but he'd had to crawl up in the first gold buckle row to get faced.
Pair of 3-6s at the top. 4-1 now on the bubble. Kiza and Levi Lord, they're ready to go.
Here's another team that just hasn't had the week that we anticipated for them.
No, they came in number 4 in the world on both sides.
Man, Dustin swing and a miss again. Yeah, both guys in each side of the team right there have just struggled this week. And we talk about it, Butch. It's any event, you start off bad, and it's hard sometimes to get it turned around. You know, You let Dustin Squeezer run that steer 100 times, he catches him 99. You know, so.
Yeah, but when you're trying to be 3-7, 3-6, that changes everything.
It does change it.
Nelson Wyatt, Jonathan Torres, number 5 in the average.
Yeah, got a chance maybe to move up tonight. You know, you can't count them out with still 60,000 in the go-arounds, and can't count Nelson Wyatt out completely yet. Jonathan Torres has healed his partner right up to a chance, you know, to at least have a chance to win a championship. Nelson missed one a couple go-rounds back, knocked him down the average of 1, but if he's out, they don't catch. That takes him out of it. That's done.
They were 5th in the average, too. So
could have moved up to 4th, but he gets a swing off in the box right there and just on and off. Runs to the barrier to start. Not a good night. Okay.
There's going to be some shuffling in that average race
I was just going to say, you think that's not going to factor into Marhun Jeff. That money change between spots, but here's the magician. the magician, Derek Begay, because that's the
Yeah,
only
no
way you can
kidding.
explain getting that off last night.
Houdini.
Yeah. You know, he's so smart, though. If he'd have pulled his slack
I
when he
agree.
roped
I
him,
noticed that
he'd
on
have
the
never got
replay.
it off, Jeff.
I watched it
And
later
Butch
in the
never.
room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he saw it, and he just dropped his rope. You know, like Jeff off his heart rate, it never raised. He just got to the back end down there. Now, Coulter's looked like he was pretty high last night down there at the back end.
Number 1 in the average. 9th and 5th in the world standings.
All right, Derek Begay's out. Got it on him. They're going to place in the round
They're
right
not
here.
backing up,
What?
are they?
3-9. They're going to place. They're going to be 5th, I think, maybe right now. They
Yeah.
might win a check, and if they do, that's going to really help. You know, in Derek's defense last night, guys, right about right there was a white, big old powder spot. A barrel marker, I don't know what it was last night different, but his steer jumped that, and that's why he missed that steer. It really was. All right,
Wow.
another team, Jeff, that just has had all kinds of trouble this week.
No luck whatsoever. Caleb and Junior, they were trying to win their 3rd straight world championship. Buried in the average 6 and 6 on both sides in the world standings.
Look out record, because I guarantee you Driggers is going to be trying for that record. He's out. Does he have it? Nope, didn't catch. It continues. You know, that's the one thing about rodeo, guys, is they don't read your resume or your buckle from the year before. You have to prove yourself every year, just like in other sports. It's not a carryover, and they've just had a terrible week.
Well, the next team matched the arena record last night. Tyler Wade, Wesley Thorpe, they got the win. Boy, they're 4th in the average, number 2 in the world, number 1 in the world. They're in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, and I don't think they're that far behind. They could get past Buddy. Oh, man, so the day money, how about this? How about this? 3-5. Just win another go-around and put yourself in contention for a gold buckle. Oh, my gosh. T-Wade, I said if you could be like you were the last 2 years, watch this. Over the shoot tight, Wesley Thorpe, he says, come here, let me show you how I finish.
Man.
Oh, man.
They're
What a
not
run.
done yet. 3-5, they take the lead. They're trying to win back-to-back rounds. Final team, Luke Brown, Hunter Cook. They've been good, too. They're 3rd in the average coming into tonight.
3-9 winning the last hole in the round. What a tough. Ooh, Cook, you got to catch him.
That's a good shot.
That was
not
a
good
heel
steer.
shot. That
Yeah.
steer was trying, and Luke didn't really get him moving on the wall.
No.
Hunter Cook did a great job of holding that spot in the average for a lot of money, Butch. That ought to be a $40,000 to $50,000 loot.
Well, they're 3rd right now, so 3rd. That's about
Yeah, they're 2nd.
50,000.
They moved to
and
second,
they
I
moved
think.
to second.
Yeah.
That's 63,000.
That was smart by those two guys.
What a round of team roping we got to watch there. I want to take just a quick second and thank Don Ahern again for allowing us to have this party here. It's such a fabulous venue. We also want to give a shout out to our hotel president. Man, you talk about good people doing good things. Shane McFarland, we appreciate everything you're doing for this watch party, and we want continued success with it. Caitlin Cartwright, we can't say enough about you, helping us out with birthday cakes and taking care of every need that we have here. She is the hostess with the mostest. That is your event coordinator. How about a round of applause for those folks? I want to remind everybody to get your pictures of the red carpet. Share it on social media. Tell your friends, because we want this to be a vacation destination. Also, a note, Joel's Chop House upstairs is offering 20% off of all of their steaks up there. They have a tomahawk steak that is to die for. And I'll tell you what, if you want to eat good food,
I'm
this is
quitting
the
early
place.
tonight. I'm going to the restaurant. Just letting you know now.
Well, that's okay. I ain't paying you anyways.
I'm a fat kid. You can pay me in cake or steak. It doesn't matter.
Let's talk a little bit about team rope and Brandon, and watching that tonight. We're coming down to the final 2 rounds. The 9th round tonight, 10th tomorrow. You watch the guys that are kind of out of the average. Man, they're gunning for it. They're gunning for first place, and that's the only way they're going to make some money, and it's going to change the race. Tell me what you've seen.
Yeah, some of these guys, I mean, you know, obviously all these guys are business guys. There's about 3 or 4 guys at this point that are in the hunt for the world on either side. The rest of them are just trying to take advantage of what they can. You know, you look at, I mean, Hunter and Luke, the one last two, Luke Brown and Hunter Cook. They dealt with a steer that cut left into them. They're staying number 2 in the average right now. They're going for a $60,000 paycheck. The world title or a go-round right now doesn't mean anything to them. They're right up in there. They can't win any worse than about 4th right now, no matter what they do if they don't miss one. Coulter and Derek, obviously, that was the story of the night for me. I didn't know what they were going to do. I kind of had a feeling that they were going to keep outgunning because right now they're at the point in their lives where Bills are paid. They got nothing to go on but trying to win a world title for either one of them, which I think is outstanding. It is basically a show between them, Tyler Wade and Wesley Thorpe, Andrew Ward and Buddy Hawkins. Andrew and Buddy hurt themselves a bunch tonight. They maxed out in penalties, but they didn't hurt themselves as bad as you'd think. They were sitting number 2 in the average. All that did was move them down to number 3. I mean, that was maybe a $10,000 hit, but they still got to go around tomorrow to win $30,000 in, and they might still get another $45,000 out of that, and they were the projected world leaders standings as of today. So, I mean, they're still in the thick of it.
Well, that's, you know, and that's exactly it. It can change in around. You watch this, like we were talking earlier about Stetson coming in two events over $400,000. His traveling partner with one event over $500,000 now because of what's happened here. You're watching these guys, and like you said, we're coming into Christmas. They know where they're at. They're businessmen. They know their time in Vegas is limited. They work all year long for these 10 rounds here. They've got to get there. Let's turn it back now to the Cowboy Channel, and we're going to watch my favorite event, the saddle bronc riding.
Tyler Wade and Wesley Thorpe, another round win for you guys. And every night that you walk up, you're holding that rope and you go put it in a very special place so it's ready for the next night, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I'm saving it.
And what does that do for it?
It's warmer in here than it is outside, so they're made of wax, with wax on them, so they change a little bit, so it's better just to keep them in the same condition.
Yeah, exactly. Wesley, you guys are roping outstanding, number 1 in the world, number 3 in the average. Tomorrow night, a world championship on the line. What's on your mind?
That's awesome. That's what we worked for all year, just to have the opportunity to do that. All we got to do is catch one more, so it's just fun to be in that spot, and that's all we care about. It's opportunity.
They did it tonight, guys. Another round win. Tyler Wade, Wesley Thorpe.
Yeah, back to back. They've been fun to watch. Time for the saddle bronc riding. Going to be a spicy group of broncs that are going to be out tonight. These guys are going to have their hands full. There's the ride order. Top guys in the world: Cade Bruno, Sage Newman, Zeke Thurston. They'll be the last guys to go. Leighton Green's going to be the first Cowboy out. He's been shut out so far. Butch Knowles needs a little change of luck tonight.
Well, he's got a change of luck. Arctic Plum. He was out the other day with Cade Bruno, and this was by far the rankest one out. He had more moves to him for 5 seconds than I've ever seen. He's huge. He's a Canadian bronc, comes from Calgary. I'm sure Leighton's been on him, but this might be why Leighton needs to change his mojo. There's the move. There's another move. I see a yellow flag on the ground. He's way behind, and things are going from bad to worse. So his week is just getting one day longer right there on the plum. No score. Didn't even attempt to spur him out. Don't know if he tried to run him down the gate or he just, I'm not sure, because Leighton Green is not afraid to reach up there and spur him out. But you can see just all the way through there, he was behind. No score for Leighton. There's a good look at Zeke Thurston.
Kind of dotting eyes across the
good
teeth.
week. Yes, he
world
is.
Champion. Tops in the average, trying to win his 4th world championship. Brody Kress trying to win his 4th NFR average title comes in tonight. Number 2, he's got Pete Carbron. Resistol's Tom Joe.
All right, Brody slides in there. He's had a great week. He's 2 points behind Zeke as far as total points on 8 horses. He's won $108,000 already. Number 2 in that average. Here we go. This horse has got some drop. Brody needs to stay down. Let's try to lift him up there. He's doing a good job. Finish it. He gets the whistle. It was a little tight right there, I think, about that 4th jump. Thought he might lift him up out of his saddle right there. Cut his jerk. Maybe a little rein through his hand. Snapped his chin. But then from this point forward, he kept things going. Got a look at his target, kept it up, made a solid ride. 85 points. That's awesome.
Spectacular job right there by Brody Kress as he continues to ride really well. Chase Brooks getting set. 10th in the average, 12th in the world. A little Sugar from Frontiers the draw.
Quite a few different horses in this pen than there was the first time it was out. So they felt like they didn't really have the big eliminators in there. They were going to try to change it around and make it a little scarier for these guys. A little Sugar. Good look at it there in the chute. Chase Brooks. He's rode really good this week, actually. Got nearly 40,000 won. Oh, boy. It's a crispy ride going right now. Finish right over there around the end. Kind of hung up a little bit. with that left leg going in that circle. He's hurt. He's pretty sore. Not sure what he hurt there. He might have rolled over his ankle. Boy, this looks good right here. He is going to be a bunch. But right there, you see how that foot just kind of hung all the way around. That's that left leg. So
take a look at the get off right here. Couldn't tell.
I couldn't tell either, but he was grabbing right there where his swells were hit. Did he get a score? He did.
76 and a half. They gave Clayton Green a score too, by the way, 66 and a half. And here's Ryder Sanford.
Well, this would be the best ride going right now, Ryder Sanford. This is a big old dropping walk on his front feet, old style bronc right there, and a yellow flag on the ground again.
Off to a little bit of a ragged start here.
Right there, yeah. That foot right there, you can see it drop just a little bit. Here's the other side. But I'd have probably got him on that right side and the left side.
Missed it by that much.
Just didn't hold him.
He's not in the average at that point in time, so he's 11th coming in, so it doesn't hurt him that much. But
they were 88 points on that horse the last time he was out.
And that hurts a little bit.
It's a hurter.
Here comes Ben Anderson. Hammerstone's the bronc. He's also been shut out to this point.
Yeah, and this is a horse that bucked Ryder right off. I mean, this was a bucker the other day. Come on, Ben, get you a check out of here. Gets to the whistle in a tough pin. Good look at it right here. I mean, does a good job right there, kind of got behind. That's the thing about going to a fence or shoot. Anytime they come off the wall, it changes their rhythm, causes mistakes. Little mistake right there, 80 and a half. Those going to put him second, I believe.
Second.
Good.
Brody Crest still on top, 85 and a half. He also just about got mashed and against the fence. Here comes Dawson Hay, rode a little bit better last night. Said he finally went back and watched those early rounds. He's taken your advice, made a adjustment with that bronc saddle, and it maybe changed it in these last couple rounds.
Well, it might change here. This is a big, old, strong, droppy horse. Comes from Frontier. Boy, much better ride. See how he's got his stirrups solid on his foot the whole way from front to back. Good ride for Dawson. Miss Ellie, boy, this has been a fantastic bronc for a long time. Former bucking horse of the year. Good angle from above. You can see both feet are even. Getting to the front end, setting his feet. Good style, 86 and a half. Dawson Hayes waking up these last rounds. Good job.
He might need to give you a tip down that line.
Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, he said you definitely changed it. He wasn't riding well, didn't want to go back and look at the videos, finally did. Listen to your advice, and well, here's a guy that doesn't need any advice, Damian Brennan. Third in the average, seventh in the world. He's won 111,000. He's riding as good as really anybody these last 5-6 rounds.
Hasn't he been fun?
He has been.
5 points out of the lead in the average. He's just having an incredible NFR. Just missed it last year. Big rare. Here we go. Come on, Brennan. This horse is bucking. Keep it up. Boy, he is just so talented. Robin Hood comes from the Sankey, the Sankey Rodeo Company. Look at that rare, but boy, that leg on this side, I don't know. The right leg was maybe a little low, I'm not sure. Great ride going through there, but the way that horse left the chute, he kind of rolled him around. No, he gets the score. Good deal, 80 points. It's going to put him in the money. I thought he could have been a few more points. If you're going to mark him what he was supposed to be.
That's Wyatt Casper getting rattled around. Mahindra leaderboard, Dawson Hay, 86 and a half, Brody Crest, 85, and then it's kind of a free fall down there to Ben Anderson in third place. Wyatt Casper's got awesome sauce from United Pro Rodeo.
Yeah, this is another one. He's a handful. Wyatt, about $50,000 so far in his pocket.
Getting an average check right now. He's in the eighth spot.
Yeah.
This is awesome sauce.
Okay. This looks good. Oh, man, Casper. Little move left and right through here. Wyatt, he's ahead of him. Good bronc ride.
Well done there.
Great job through those moves, too. You can see right here. See how quick he is? Now watch this duck come. It's going to come right there. He just pushes off, but his feet are already in the front end, so it just packs him right through it. And then he goes the other way, packs him right through it. And now he is in a sharing tie in the lead with Dawson Hay at 86.5. So excellent, excellent job for Wyatt.
Got a pair at the top, 86.5. Then you have 85. 80.5 is still in fourth place. And when you were looking at the draw today, you saw Cash Deal and Lefty Holman, and you kind of made some noises over there.
Well, this can go a lot of different ways. Sometimes this horse can be pretty darn good to ride. Sometimes this horse can buck like a bull, and you don't know what's coming. This app. Oh, got a bad go out to shoot. Now he's going to get a re-rider. Ride him up off the ground. He's still going to get a re-ride. It's going to be good. The crowd's going to love it. Oh, yeah. It'll be an automatic re-ride there for Lefty. Darn it. I wanted to see how that was going to go. Because Lefty's riding so good. And this little horse, I've seen him beaten in the 90s on this horse several times. But he kept a good presence of mind. The safest spot is in the middle of him. He just kind of gets with him, gets up off the ground with him, and lets the pickup man get him off there safely. Lefty Holman will regroup. Don't know if there's enough time to get him on in this group of broncs. They may do it in the bull riding.
Projected world standings, Zeke Thurston in the driver's seat, 344,000 for him. The difference right now between him and Sage Newman, you can see the average right there, first to seventh, and Cade Bruno hanging in there tied for fourth. Brody Kress just kind of keeps on doing what he does. He is sitting right now in the number 3 spot at 85. 286.5 above him. Tanner Butner. He's got Brutus from Sammy Andrews.
Boy, Tanner Butner has had a heck of an NFR quietly. He's 6th in the average. He's won over 70,000. Chance to get some money on Brutus. This horse is all there. But I love Butner on these kind of horses. He's not afraid to ride a Wrangler. Look how tall this horse is. I mean, he's just right to the top rail. Butner goes, I think he's square. I'm just not sure if I'm ready to knock. All right. Good knockout. Tanner Butner, stay aggressive because these ducks keep coming. So far, so good. Gonna hold his spot in the average. Maybe even move up a little bit. Came in 6th. Gets off on the pickup man. It's always a little sigh of relief in this eliminator pin if you get close to a pickup man, let alone get off on him.
And Tanner Butner, he's just a wild bronc rider. 83.5 points for him. That's going to put him in 4th place. 86.5, still at the top of the leaderboard. Pair up there. You got Wyatt Casper, you got Dawson Hay. Here comes Ryder Wright. His brother Stetson Wright came to Las Vegas, ranked #1 in the world, made it about 1.5 rounds. He was here in the bronc riding and in the bull riding. You see Stetson helping him right there. That #1 back number. He's going to win the all-around world championship, but put on the sidelines after round #2.
Yeah, wasn't it a weird week without Stetson Wright? And it was a weirder week for me without Casey Field. It's just been so much fun watching those two greats, and Casey retired from bareback riding, but I certainly miss him.
You know, Ryder's 9th in the average. He's 5th in the world. He's won 104,000. He's always electric.
Well, this horse better take his head. He's got a lot of bronc rain. He's behind. He's snapping his neck. He's way behind. He's still in his saddle. And he gets the whistle. Had to reach up and push his head back on. Holy cow.
I don't think that looked like much fun.
No, oh man, look at that. I don't think he saw that horse in 8 seconds. That is nasty stuff right there. My goodness.
You got a really good view of the new LED lights that they have here at the Thomas and Mack Center. And 72, you can see Ryder just limping back. That's a 2-time world champion just getting bumped around. And there is Zeke Thurston, #1 in the world standings right now. Not by much, $300, $327 over Sage Newman. When the difference is that average race. So that's all important for Zeke Thurston just to stay in the top spot in the average if he wants to win that 4th world championship. Cade Bruno looking at some cloudy skies. He's splitting 4th in the average. He's #3 in the world.
Yeah, I talked to Keith Merrington. This horse bucked Zeke Thurston off at the Canadian finals. He said he was the rankest horse there. It's a full sister to Explosive Skies, which is the bucking horse of the year. So this is going to be a real test for Bruno. This might be the horse he needs, though. Here we go. This horse back up with her head just a little bit. Bruno's going through it. He's making mistakes in that ride, but he is going to get a score. And no, he's not going to get the score, and I was worried. That horse left the chute. I thought that left leg dropped. We're going to see, because that is going to take a world title chance away from Bruno. Right side was good. Left side, left side, bad. Oh, man. And I've judged this rodeo before, and the last thing you want to do is jerk that flag out of your pocket and drop it, because you're not here to not let these guys win, but that's your job. No score for Cade. He's had a great NFR. Can't take that away from him.
Last two guys, just a virtual tie in terms of the top of the world standings, just sitting right there at 344,000 and change. Sage Newman will go first. Seventh in the average. As we said, the difference. He's trying to beat Zeke Thurston. He's number one in that average. Go round win right here. Sure wouldn't hurt for Sage Newman.
No. Big Bay from Sankey's. Good looking Wade Sankey on the flank, and here we go. Good mark out. Now get going, because this horse brings the power and brings the heat. You can see Sage, he's snapping his neck, but he gets to the whistle. That's huge right there. Just the score is important tonight. Good look, he's behind, now he reaches up there, now he's behind, now he reaches up there, 2 jumps, now he's behind. I mean, all that, watch his neck. He's just snapping it, much like Ryder Wright.
Yeah, 80 and a half. That's in the money right now. That's splitting 5th place.
That's huge.
Yeah, Sage, you won round 3 with an 89. He got a piece of the win last night with Brody Kress and Zeke Thurston at 87 and a half. The Hendra leaderboard says it all. 2 at the top at 86 and a half. Last guy to go, Zeke Thurston. Number 1 in the world, number 1 in the average, and he's got a live one right here.
Yeah, Zaka Kibitz. This is a Calgary bronc that, well, you can just look at him in the chute. He is a monster. He is all there. He was a re-ride the first time they were out, so we didn't get a chance to look at him. So he's fresh, mad, and ready to buck. Zeke, make sure you get that strong mark out. We're going to stall. Spurs him in the belly to get it going. That's cowboy stuff. Thurston, keep going. Yeah, so far so good. Zeke Thurston. He is my bronc riding hero, I'm telling you. He is just taking over. That is so cool. When he spurs this horse in the belly and says, let's get going, they waved the mark out rule. He knew they would, but he'd had enough of that stalling business. Thurston is absolutely putting on another clinic at the NFR. My.
Not only does he hold that number 1 spot in the average, he wins the round, 88 and a half.
2024 and a new PRCA rodeo season on the Cowboys.
All right, Jim Bob Custer's joining me on stage. This is one of our favorite events. Both him and I rode 1 or 2. This is little Jim Bob. JBC.
We tried to ride broncs. Hey, before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to the RS Rodeo crew. Come on, give it up for our pards over there.
Oh, what a group, man. We worked with them today,
Yeah,
and what
did.
a neat show they put on, and professional.
What a great
Look at
round
this.
of bronc riding it was, Dusty. As we saw Zeke Thurston, 88 and a half points, comes in with the go-round win, does exactly what he needs to do. Now, we talked about that. Cade Bruno missed his bronc out, so that's going to move Sage Newman up 1 spot in the average. So now he's from 7th to 6th. But I think with the round win, I think that might have just won Zeke Thurston his 4th world title.
I think you're right. I mean, you picked him. I've picked him. He's been riding great all week. The thing we need to talk about a little bit is these horses and what we've seen in this round. It's going to be interesting. Tomorrow is going to be a little easier, a little better pen for them. They're going to be more user-friendly. Let's talk a little bit about Brody Kress and his 85. That horse he was on was so droppy. I mean, just falling, that saddle, those swells just falling right out from underneath of you.
Yeah, and you and I were sitting at the table. We didn't really agree with the judge on that one. That was a pretty good bronc ride. But, Brody Kress, he's in line to win, an average title. But what Zeke, with that, he gained 3.5 points on him tonight, too. So, man, it's anybody's ball game. But, man, I tell you, we saw a couple 86 and a halves there, Dawson Hay and Wyatt Casper. And, man, those guys are kind of some spoilers coming from the middle of the pack, And I don't know. It's going to be hard. We'll have to look at the numbers when we get done here after this segment. But I think Zeke Thurston just sewed up his 4th world title.
I'm pretty sure he's got that one. I want to ask you from a bronc rider standpoint, when was the last time you seen 80 points in the money at the NFR here in Vegas.
Yeah.
Wow.
No kidding. Yeah, the scores have gone up.
It's a little different tonight.
Well, I mean, we're old guys, and we like to think, they back when they bucked. It ain't. There's so much better livestock out there today. I mean, it used to be you'd go to a rodeo, there might be two horses in there that you could be that many points on. But today, you enter a rodeo, every bronc there is one that you can be in the mid to high 80s on. So it's cool to see. It's cool to watch these kids coming up. And, man, I think there's, when we were riding, there was 10 deep.
Yeah.
Now there's 40.
And that's the thing. It's power genetics and proven genetics. And this is what these guys have started doing. And with bringing the futurities into the rough stock, futurities and derbies now, they're able to breed these horses, and they're running back through. Honestly, with RS Rodeo today, that one we done over there, the ones that Jess Jones brought us, man, those genetics go back to the old horses we used to ride.
Yeah.
Old Copenhagen Sparrow, a lot of them Bar T horses where the bloodlines come through. There's Sankey blood over there.
Yep.
Everybody knows where they're at. It's just like in the barrel racing, the fast lanes, goodbye lane horses.
Yeah.
What's that Palomino that everybody likes with one eye?
I don't know.
Oh, he only a Frenchman guy, right?
Hey, but I want to remind you guys, tomorrow at 2 o'clock at the Plaza, the Core Arena, that's performance number 2 of the Senior Pro Rodeo. So come on out and watch you and me and a whole bunch of great old-timers out there. Brandon Edwards is going to be back with us, too. So 2 o'clock tomorrow, the Plaza, the Core Arena.
Yep, make sure you show up. Let's kick it off to the interview with Amy Wilson and your bronc riding champion.
$100 lead in the world standings to about $30,000. How much of that ride tonight was the cowboy that you are, and how much is the confidence that you have in this arena?
Yeah, it's a great little horse at Calgary Stampedes, but she's known to stall, and I don't like spending too much time in the chute, so she didn't leave. They hit her with the buzzer, so I just whacked her in the belly, and away we went, and she was good.
It was really good. You were really good. And he leads the average, too, guys. This is fun.
Yeah, Zeke trying to win that 4th world championship. Boy, the 12 strong right here. These guys are an amazing story. Incredible. Made a movie about it. So much fun here at the National Finals Rodeo. They bring in so many military heroes over this 10-day run. Boy, the horse soldiers, U.S. Army Special Forces. That's a good movie, 12 strong. You get a chance, watch it. Make a really good bourbon, too, by the way.
Yeah.
I've heard.
Yeah.
I might have sampled a little bit. Love the heroes. Not messing with that third guy from the end right there. This crowd, this rodeo crowd that comes to Las Vegas, God, family, country, they just stack up together, and they appreciate the first responders. They appreciate the military personnel that's on hand, and the heroes, from Medal of Honor winners to guys that do incredible things that you make a movie about. Let's flip down to the other end of the arena. Tie down rope in time. 8-time world champion Joe Beaver joins us again. And, Joe B, when we came here, Riley Webb, it was just pretty much a runaway for him. But Haven Medjid, who won that world championship here in 2019, he's just done a pretty good job of keeping him in his sights.
Well, for sure. I said it on the pre-show. It's Riley's. He's going to win it. But if he does fumble, Haven Medjid is right there waiting to pick up the ball and run. It's hard when a guy that ropes that good, that just tries that hard and looks like he's not going to win it. But Haven's going to be happy with his results. He's roped great this week, but Riley Webb has had a year to remember. He's going to go with the $400,000 mark, and he's earned his Rookie of the Year last year. 2 rounds left. But I've said before, the 9th round, that's the one you kind of got to get by. So far, everybody's getting by tonight. We'll see.
Yeah, we haven't seen a whole lot of craziness here in round number 9.
Dakota Eldridge was the only one that steer wrestling.
That's it.
That steer was just miserable.
There's a look at that run order. You can see on down there close to the end, you'll have Haven Medjid, Chad Mayfield, Riley Webb, and Tough Cooper. That's a pretty strong 4 to finish this round with. Hunter Ahern, he was good last night. He got the win 7-4. He's made $84,000.
He just always quietly wins $100,000. That's why he keeps rodeoing. I mean, it's $100,000 to show up the finals for Hunter, it seems like. We talked about last night on our buckle presentation at South Point, and I said, Hunter, weren't you here the last time I was here? He said, yep, 06, first year. And that's the loops he's been throwing. But look at the results. He's going to tie this one fast. Oh, she pushes.
Come on.
If she'd have took it, he'd have been 7-1 and 7 flat.
Still a good run.
Yeah, a great run at 7-6.
Could have been 7-1.
I mean, But that's what Hunter does. He sends it out there. And watch right here. When he strings her, he goes to grab the legs, and she just does not want to give them to him. You talk about a good wrap Mahui. That calf laid the entire 6 seconds and still was down. So Hunter, he put it on our old school style. He had it tight.
7-6. Will that be good enough to get him a check? We'll find out.
You know, I think that's going to win something on this set of calves tonight.
Yeah, it might.
I really do. I mean, there's some good ones, and they failed. You know, the guys that need to win, they got the really good ones, so we'll see.
Hunter won last night with a 7-4. John Douch in the box. He's still really strong in the average there, Joe. 4th in the average. He's won about 65,000.
Yeah, came 1 second last night and had a kind of won the first round, cracked out good. It kind of went cold for a little bit and came back last night and made a really good run, got money. So, you know, 2 more good runs. And, you know, like they always told me when I was young, I had to slow down. Tight around the neck, tie them down. They'll keep time for you, you know. So that's kind of how it is. Hunter Ahern cracked us out of 7-6 just right off the top of the list. So we'll have to see what happens after that.
Well, they were 7-7 on this calf.
Yeah, this kid's good. He got a good roll. He kept off the left. That's the only bad thing. Now, and we talked about that before you ran him. He said, man, this calf's going to go hard left. Shad Mayfield missed that calf, if you remember, in the previous rounds because he fell left so hard. And then, you know, he tried to wait him out in the box. That calf kept putting his head down. And it's hard to get a roll at him right there. And see left, look how far left he went, all the way across the arena. John makes a good run down there, you know.
Yeah,
it's
really
just kind of what you draw is what happens. And that's why Shad missed that one. He was trying to rope him before he got away from him to the left. And you draw what you do, you rope what you want, 9-8. Still all right in the average. This is where it needs to turn. Brutchman has had a long week, and he's got a great calf. They tied him in 7 flat, and they tied him in 8-2. This is 2 rounds left that you got to turn around. He and Bo Cooper have just had a long week, man. I mean, it's just been nothing they could do was right. But I would be nodding my head as soon as I had a chance. When it's not going good, I want out. Great start. Got a great calf. Can he turn it around? Dig him up right there. He came up a lot faster than I thought, and then he gives it away with the string. You know, you get a roll at one like that, you got to string him in time.
That just straight up speed jam there.
Man, that's just getting ahead of yourself because that calf jumped right up in his arms at the perfect time. And when he went to string him, see how you didn't see his head? He was already looking back.
Yeah.
And when you're looking back and you're not looking at your target, you're not going to catch a target.
It's hard not to press, isn't it, at this stage?
Oh, man, it is. Especially the calves. You know, here's the deal. The calves that he and Bo have drawn this week, and not knocking them, but they have been in the hat. They have had the ones you want and just cannot get it turned around. This calf tonight, Bo Cooper, he's only been twice. Guys, he's been tied 6 both times. So this is where you got to turn it around. And I'm pulling for him. I mean, because you don't get here by invitation. You rope good to get here. He won 2 of the biggest rodeos of the year, you know. And we know he can time fast. He did at Calgary, but you got to get it figured out here because this is the one that everybody wanted. And he crashes the barrier. Looks to me like he might be out, but and then he jerks him down too. I mean, just running over yourself. Just one mistake, you know, after another. And I hate it for Bo this week because he ropes too good for the results he's had. But, you know, he started off right here too early, got 10 seconds at the line, and just the week continues to be a very long first NFR experience for Bo Cooper. See, I mean, he's going through the barrier right way before it comes tight on the neck. So, all right, to Blaine Cox.
7th in the average, 12th in the world, Stephenville, Texas Cowboy. Made his first national finals rodeo back in 2016. Took him a while to get back. 7 years to get back in here in Thomas and Mack. He's won about 50,000. 7-6, 9-8, 9-9, 18-3. Those are the 4 times on the board.
Yeah, I don't like this calf. John had him earlier in the week. He tries hard, beats you out of there. He kind of doesn't leave and just takes off. Blaine Cox is going to eat him up at the back end, but man, it's hard to get a go at one like that. You don't make a better run than that down there by the buck and shoot. 9.1, just a flawless run. But just a calf again that's been tied 12 and 9 twice. You know, this far down in the week, it sure helps to have those ones that they tied fast.
second place at the moment. That won't hold up. Hunter Ahern still has the lead, 7-6. He was the first guy out, trying to win back-to-back rounds. Won round 8 with a 7-4. Here comes the Texas kid, Mount Pleasant, Texas. Kincaid Henry, third in the average.
Yeah, he hadn't won just a pot full this week, but he hasn't made mistakes either. And third
50 grand.
Yeah, well, and third and average is going to add up. You get to 100 right quick if you can place here. Tied this Kevin 7-7 the first time, so that's a good, that's a good spot to be in. 2 calves left to rope, 60,000 left in on the table, plus that average. Man, get you a couple checks placed in the average and get out here with 100 grand. Here's the deal, though. I mean, seriously, Hunter Ahern blew the barrier out. Blaine and John, both those calves kind of fooled him into shooting left. He's a little off the barrier too, but he reached that left and got it on him. Kincaid, the best run he's made all week. You betcha. 7-5 to the lead in the round, and I mean a great run.
Rapping a hooey.
Yeah, this calf should take it. He took it before. If he wouldn't have been on the barrier, he was on it enough to get over, but long reach, big loop, and long rope saved the man right there. That made the whole run. Great run for Kincaid.
Yep, move to the top spot, 7-5, 7-6. A little tougher at the top. Round number 10 coming your way tomorrow. Don't miss it. Our coverage begins at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Pre-show starts at 5 out here on the West Coast. Opening ceremonies, 5:45. We'll crown our world champions for 2023 a little over 24 hours from now. Here comes Corey Solomon, 8th in the average, $77,000 richer since he arrived in Las Vegas. Over $200,000 for the year.
Yeah, the record on this calf is not good, but I think Corey's going to love it. He got out of that barrier, reached a long way, made it work. That's the only thing he did was run. He's great on the end of the rope. Corey Solomon made short work right there.
He really did.
7-5. I mean, straight down the arena, though. That calf tries to outrun you, but he's honest. He runs straight, and that lets you reach right here. Like Corey, he throws a lot of rope out there, but everything's straight down the middle of the arena. Cisco does his job. Corey sticks it on him, walks away, splitting the round.
Wow.
Getting tougher, 7-5, 7-5, 7-6. That's the top 3. Lots of room back to Blaine Cox at 9-1. 9-8, 9-9 still in the top 6. Here comes Caleb Schmidt. Just kind of had that Caleb Schmidt type week. He's 5th in the average. He's won 102,000, 4th in the world.
He's about to add to it tonight. This is a
good
good
chance.
one.
Good chance here.
I mean, Shane was 7-5. Weston's 8-3. 7-5 the last time he was through. So you give Caleb Schmidt that opportunity. You just don't rest if you're at the lead.
Won round 2, he won round 5, and he won round 6.
And sure might be leading round 9 in about 7 seconds here when he nods his head. He's out. Got it on him.
Oh, here we
Look
go.
out. Oh, he's still all right. He's all right. Cam's hanging on the end of it. He's still going to be in the lead. Oh, Caleb. He was going to be 8-7.
Oh, that little ball. What just makes you just try to hurry too much, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
he got hung right there. You could see getting to him, and then it just kind of panicked him for a minute. But he was in good shape right there. See, he got his foot hung in the stirrup. So he's fighting. He thinks, man, I got to hurry. Well, this calf stepped up and just let him have a chance. And he just missed his hooey. Oh, man. He was going to be in the lead.
8 and 7. That's 4th place right now, but some serious guns yet to rope. Weston Hughes will be next to go. Caldwell, Texas. 3rd time he's been to the national finals, 2020 and 2021. Missed last year. Wound up 18th in the world, but he's back this year.
Yeah, he's had hard, broke a couple barriers for money, had a couple mistakes. Hadn't really found, his horse comfortable that he wants yet for in here this week.
I'm not sure what it would look like if he was trying to slow down on the ground to go fast.
Yeah, I don't know if you could find, if I could take the jerk, I think he could ride me and be fast enough because he don't need much. He's got to get off that corner, though. Get out there and be ready. Andy's trying to get this calf standing up looking. There we go. He's good now. He's out. To him and reach. Weston Hughes has a chance right here. Best run of the week for Weston. Put it on him to get out of there. Yes, sir. Great run, 7-1. But you see how that calf left there came to the right? That was what you looked for. Come to me. Don't make me chase you. Weston Hughes just stuck it on one. Good for him.
He gobbled him up. He's quite theatrical, isn't he?
Oh,
Yes,
man.
he is.
Hey, look, he's been wanting that so bad.
Oh, that's
he
so
needed
good.
that. He's pumped up. He changed his horses tonight. He asked me last night, what do you think I ought to do? Try another one? I said, try something, yeah.
Tasmanian Devil moves to the lead, 7-1. Blaine Cox now with that 9-1. He's kind of on the bubble. Ty Harris getting set. San Angelo, Texas. 5 straight trips to the National Finals rodeo for Ty Harris.
Another guy that hadn't had a real good week for him, for his ability, but he's got a good one tonight.
Yeah, good chance.
Oh,
It
man.
was 7-4 on this.
Yeah, Shad was 7-4. Here we go. If he's out, that kid was great. I think he left way too early. And then he lets one get around him right there. You know, that's just stuff that Ty Harris doesn't do. I mean, even though you break the barrier, you'd rather hear 16-6 than 21-2.
Yeah.
You know, that kid was really roper friendly.
He loped out
Yes,
there, walked
he did,
out there
man.
almost.
You'd almost have to know him to be sure.
Yeah, you would. wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
that's a dirty deal right there. That Weston Hughes is breathing a sigh of relief right now.
1 through 4 on the Mahindra leaderboard, pretty tough. 8-7, 9-1, getting a check right now, but now we're kind of getting down to the nitty-gritty. These guys are at the top of the world standings. Shane Hanchy, Sulphur, Louisiana, next to go. 6th in the average, 8th in the world.
That's another good one. Every time he stuck his head out of the chute, they've tied him in 7.
Yep.
Shane Hanchy, you know, here we go. Some years can be good, some can be just so-so. This is, at best, a so-so year so far for Hanchy. Hanging around right there, you know, with 6th in the average for a check, but 60,000 on the table, you need to get some of that, especially on this calf. He's out. I mean, he nailed the barrier, got all of it, got him turned around, caught. Great chance,
6
great
seconds.
opportunity. Nope, second, third, fourth.
Ooh, he's barely tied right there, too.
8 flat goes to about 5th in the round.
Calf's going to take the tie.
Ooh.
5th place right there for Shane Hanchy. That holds up.
You know, he's just roping to take sure and hold his spot and get money, but he missed his hooey right there. I'm telling you, that calf is a good thing he wanted to stay down.
A long 6 seconds right there
man,
if you're 6th
what?
in the average.
I'm telling you.
Yikes.
Well, there's a look at the projected world standings. You see Riley Webb and Haven Medjed there side by side. Medjed has 1 gold buckle. Riley Webb trying to win his first gold buckle. Riley just had one of those amazing regular seasons. Has been pretty darn tough here at the national finals. But that guy right there will not give him any relief.
No, he's not. I'm going to tell you something, guys. If he's 8 or 9 on the next 2, he's going to shatter the record. I mean, the longest he's been is 8-1. He blows it out again. And he's 6 time and 7 again. Oh, he loses his feet. He's all right. Still going to win money. Haven Medjed is doing all he can.
7-8.
Listen, when he left the back of the box, I thought he was going to beat the calf out, and he got out. He's looking back. He's like, yeah, you're good. Watch this. I mean, he is trying everything he can to put the pressure on. Steps down right here, puts 2 wraps on him. He's going to get money maybe tonight, but if not, I mean, one more run, and he just shatters the record on 10 head.
So 7-8 right now for Haven Medjed. That's 5th place for him.
I really think, Jeff, that 8-1 or 2 as long as he's been all week.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Riley Webb's got to wonder if he's ever going to blink. Shad Mayfield probably should have won the last 2 rounds. Really should have won the last 2 rounds. Should have shattered the arena record at 6-1, but that calf got up. His calf last night he was going to win. It got up really fast. So let's see if he can get that corrected tonight.
One more little hit on that hooey is all he's got to do because everything else has been working perfect. Chad's so good with that long rope. When he gets him to swing off, he nods. And he's out. Oh, off to the left. Got it on him. He's going to dig this one up right here. But I think they were going to get him right there probably. That's going to be a dollar sign fine right there for him. That's going to rule infraction.
Yeah. You know, I looked. If Medjed is 11-4 or faster tomorrow, he breaks the record.
They didn't get him. He's 9-5. They concurred about it over here and said, no, everything's good. He's 9.5. That's why we have the judges in place to do what they do. One flag didn't mean anything. They all got together and worked it out.
9-5 won't get him any money tonight. Shane Hanchy's in that final spot there. He's in 6th place. 8 seconds flat or faster to get a check, and here comes Riley Webb. Number 2 in the average, number 1 in the world. He's won $388,000, trying to go over the $400,000 mark tonight.
Isn't that something?
Wow.
I won $130,000 last time I was here in 2 events, and I think I wound up getting to 13 checks total. He's out. Look at Riley Webb. He says, no, I'm not going anywhere, guys. You might think you're going to come up there and challenge me, but you're not going to get me today. 8-3, no money, but another just stellar run by Riley Webb. The youngster that's going to be around for a long time is really showing what he's made of. Because you know what, guys? But you know, too, it don't matter what event, when somebody's knocking on your door that hard and trying to kick it in every night, you know, it's hard not to look back and worry about stuff.
Well, and you look at the lead that these guys had, like he had coming here, Joe, and for having a chance for Haven to even come in a position to come get him is amazing, the money they put up down here.
Oh, it's so good, isn't it?
Oh, my God.
So good. Well, like, you know, look at Tough Cooper. He come in 15th. John come in 13th.
Yeah.
And projected standings, they were like 5th and 6th. You know, I mean, that's great.
Right. Yeah, Tufts won $100,000 over 8 rounds. A couple of hiccups took him out of the average, but you know, he's number 5 in the world for a guy that had to crisscross the country
I was gonna
and go to
say.
Canada just to get into the top 15 in the last hours of the regular season.
He could have worked for the Weather Channel that last week. He was in every time zone.
He's a storm chaser, wasn't he?
Yeah, $20,000 worth of storms. Laid it to Barry and off to the left. Got it on him. Tufts after this one. If he gets him flanked and strong, he can take the lead right here. He does take the lead. 7-1. Splits it with Weston Hughes. I mean, what a run. He might have missed one last night, but he's trying to win again, and that's what I like to see. Tough Cooper on offense. Tough go around, 2 7-1s.
Great flank.
I tell you what, from about September 1st to now, he's been about as gutsy a tie-down roper as there's been on the planet. Wow. They get to share the victory lap tonight with Weston Hughes. So there's your Mahindra results. Weston Hughes and Tough Cooper, the last guy out.
Kind of an interesting calf roping there tonight. Brandon Edwards is going to join me on the stage as we kind of go through this. You look down on the leaderboards. What a fun situation. We were talking a little bit earlier about Caleb Smith, right? So he's one of those guys that can come in as a spoiler. He's won 3 rounds, bobbled a little bit tonight and saved them, but he can come back tomorrow and grab a round. That's going to change that average.
Yeah, he's just, you know, he won his world titles this year. He kind of came in talking about retirement. I'm thinking he just kind of want to max out his last performance there. So he's just making money at this point. He's sitting, what, 4th, 5th in the average, I think, right now after that little bobble. And he's still good. He's going to walk away with another $25,000 tomorrow, maybe 30 if he does it in the round, and he's got the capacity to keep going.
You talk a little bit about Corey Solomon, and I was going to ask this question because I love the man in green. Right down to the jerk line, and I don't know if he's picked that Vegas fashion up from all the women and what they do down here, or if that's the only shirt he remembered to pack.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. All I'm saying is green is the color of money, and that guy rope's good enough. He can do whatever he wants.
Whatever he wants down here. You know what? This calf rope and this entire thing is going to come down to the final round. Like Jim Bob was saying, and you were saying, we were talking about it. We don't know. You can see the stats, but there's so much money on the line that can change it any time. These calves are good. They're fast. They're built right, built for speed. But the horses, the horsepower here. Let's touch on this a little bit, Brandon. You're a college coach. You're coaching these kids, helping them out with their roping and everything. How important is it for the livestock to match your competitor and your contestant?
Well, it's like you said, it's luck of the draw. You've got some different strengths than you do, you know, somewhere you go. You watch Shad Mayfield tonight. He got a calf that got down a little bit. He was able to reach down and lift him. Some of those guys don't have that ability to really have that pure strength to be able to lift them up, drag them up. So they're going to do a little better on the lighter calf. Some of them guys want something with a little more leg to it because they're a little taller build. They want to be able to cross them and get over the top. Some guys like those little kind of shorter, squattier calves because they know when they get everything compact, it's going to be real, real tight.
Well, we've seen the buckskin horse that Shane Hanchy was riding. These guys are sharing horses, trading horses, renting horses, leasing horses, whatever they do. But they watch this, and that's the greatest thing is somebody's not going, man, I have the best horse. I'm going to go win this. No, here, buddy, jump on. If you win, you're going to pay me 10% or more, as it should be. But it's cowboys helping cowboys, and it's rodeo family getting up and down the road. With that being said, I want to give a quick shout out again to the Ahern, man, luxury boutique hotel here in Las Vegas. It is a hidden gem. This venue is great, and we want to make it better. Tell you what you can do. You can text Ahern to 2678. You can learn more about Ahern and get a free special gift. But as we're talking about that, I've got Jim Bob down here, and man, what a pretty little girl you got with you there. Let's talk about that and what you're going to do.
Yeah, I've got my granddaughter, Ellie, and she's going to draw a ticket. So, Ellie, reach in the bucket, grab me a ticket.
Ellie, I spell my name B-R-A.
Let's
right.
go, Brandon. Let's
okay,
go.
get your tickets out. Here we go. 825-923. 825-923. Anybody? If you don't catch it quick, we're going to draw another one. All right, Ellie, give me another one.
Do.
All right, here we go. This is number 825-903.
Oh, we got one coming. I got one coming behind the pillar.
Oh, he's moving.
We're watching. He's a mover and a shaker.
Walk up.
Run, give him that. Sure you give him the extra small.
Thank you to my granddaughter, Ellie. You don't need to. We believe you.
Ellie.
All right, come on, Ellie.
We're a trusting crowd around here.
All right, draw another one.
I'm
draw
not.
another ticket. Here we go. All right, it's another 2X, so hopefully Rob Phipps wins it. 825-917. Make some noise. Come on. Ah, there we go.
Well, we made some noise,
Who
but I
is
don't know
it?
if we had a winner. You told them to make noise.
Well, okay.
Just because you're wearing a
I
blue
meant
shirt
if you're
doesn't
the
make
winner.
you
Okay.
right.
Yeah,
You understand
that's right.
that?
That's wrong. Here, hand me another one, sweetie. All right, here we go. 825-905. 825-905. Gone.
All
Give me
right,
another
here's
one.
what we're going to do.
No, we're going to keep doing. Hold on. One more.
Well, okay.
825-907. Anybody?
Boy, you're reaching.
Wow, we're reaching.
You're reaching.
All right, so here's what. Go ahead.
You do it. Because here's what we're going to do.
Okay, here's what we're going to do.
You figure it out.
On behalf of the RS Rodeo Company, on behalf of the Ahern, I want to give this to Rob Phipps, 50-year-old bull rider. Come on, Rob, come get your T-shirt.
So he only rides bulls that are 50 years old, or what?
Yeah, exactly. All right, so here's what we're going to do for this one, all right? How much time we got? We got a little time, right?
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
All right,
this is a long break.
Here's what we're going to do. I want you guys to get up, give me your best dance move real quick, and I'm going to pick 2 people out. Everybody get up and just start busting the move. Anyone?
Oh, yeah.
Wow,
you got a willing volunteer behind you, I can tell you that.
Wait,
Yeah.
you ready? So what was that Luke Branquino thing?
Okay.
Yeah, hey, now they call that the tush push if you're watching the Eagles games.
We got a guy back there, right there, my son-in-law. He busted a move. He gets one. And we got a young man over there in a silver belly hat. That's you right there.
You got it?
Are you sure he's not just having a seizure?
Hey.
There we go. All right, well,
There's our raffle.
Oh, no, wait, we got one more thing.
Oh, you do? Oh, man, this is a
Oh,
good
yeah.
one coming in this time.
For
of
the
year.
people going back to the cold country.
All right, Dusty, you call it on this one. You tell me how we're going to give this away.
To me.
Do you want that?
No, I'll find one later. You know what? Who can be the loudest? What's the loudest table?
All right, come on, let's go
Let's
to
go
the
over
loudest
here.
table. Whoa.
Well, which one was
Hey,
that?
I don't even know which one
Can
that
I
was.
can I get your phone number? Because when I go in
Hey.
October, I'm going to need an elk bugle, and it sounds really close to that.
Now, we would give this to Dusty, but we wouldn't want to have an a-hole wearing the Ahern logo. I'm just kidding, buddy.
Wow. Got jokes.
I'm kidding, buddy.
They took the drum kit down, so I can't give you a little snap snare
Yeah.
hit there.
Okay, well, we got all the swag given away. Sorry, Dusty, I had
What?
to do. I
That's
had
fine.
to use you as a butt for the joke. 'Cause
You
that was-
know, you've got to be something in life, and if I can help you out, pal, that's exactly where I
Yeah.
need to be. You know, one of the things I want to talk about, too, what a great facility here. Share it with your friends. Grab your pictures, grab your memories over there. But let's talk about what's going on in Las Vegas and what we're seeing down here, Brandon. We're able to sit here and watch this, right? Remember when that used to be the 10th round was the only one that was ever on TV?
Hey, man, this whole thing, I can remember being a little kid. You know, we're only one time zone away there in Colorado, And I mean, I can remember being the 1 week a year that Mama would let you stay up past bedtime. And if you made it awake past the calf rope, and man, you were proud of yourself, you know, because you had that 7 o'clock start, then the 1 hour delay, and by the time they got through the commercials and stuff, you know, if you got lucky enough to stay awake for the barrel racing or, you know, the bull riding, you were just hoping to see it on the replay the next morning. The fact that we are showcasing the sport, the talent, the athletes, the amount of money that they're having a chance to make a living at, the fact that you've got an entire town like this that supports the rodeo, it's just amazing.
Well, it's one of the biggest things. RFD TV, the Cowboy Channel, Cowgirl Channel, showing us everything that we need to see. But I'll tell you what, Las Vegas just signed the finals till 35. 2035 is when the next contract comes up. I need to tell you what's going on. It's amazing down here because you're not only rodeoing at the NFR, you've got the roping going on at South Point. You've got the senior rodeo that RS is putting on over here at the Plaza, plus the Yeti finals. Hey, we're back. Let's go live. Jordan Briggs and her horse Rolo. Turn it back to the Cowboy Channel and let's watch them pretty girls and fast horses.
And honestly, Jordan Briggs and Rolo are having an incredible NFR. They're sitting solid in the average. She had to reach down and catch up that second barrel, but another clean run, and they're cashing in. They're being fast.
This might be the winner right here, 13:48 right off the bat. So extremely quick time for her. I saw Cassie Mowry just kind of sting him late in the round with a 13:30 to get the win. There's Emily Beitzel. She's sitting number 2 in the world standings, but you know, Brittany Posey-Tanazi, she's hard to keep up with. It's about Rena Wan. She has been so dominant. Chongo is back tonight.
Yeah, how can you miss that beautiful gray horse right there? And Liza hit a barrel last night, so Emily decided to break out the Old Faithful, and Chongo just barely catches that barrel. Man, he is really trying to work, too. Emily's just going to ease him around that third, cruise him home. That was going to be a nice run by them, but that first barrel.
Wow, look at that. She loped out.
Yeah.
13:50.
Man, and she really did just cruise around it. You see, she's clear. It was the back hip that got that barrel. Man, you do not see that very often.
Chongo's got a booty. Tacey Matthews next to go, 15th in the average, 11th in the world. And shut out so far. She's got the top of the ground here. Might as well let it roll.
Yeah, and it has not been the NFR that Tacey Matthews really expected. Her great horse got hurt right before the NFR, so she's trying to get this young horse set up for a successful 2024 season. Man, and this young horse, Stoli, only 5 years old, really wants to come around and turn. I thought they had that timing fixed on the first, but 2 down barrels.
Boy, look at the time, 13:38, but they're going to tack 10 seconds onto that.
You can see they finally really came in early, and then that horse just came about so strong. She tried to pick her leg up. It wasn't enough, but that is a really fast team. We're going to see a lot from them.
Lisa Lockhart, she's been mistake-free. 4th in the average, number 6 in the world. Needs about $4,000 to make some history here.
She is so close, and she knows it. This entire arena knows it. As she sets up a nice first barrel, goes into second. Lisa, she is a seasoned veteran, and Levy is an NFR veteran now at this point. Another beautiful clean run. Is it going to be fast enough?
She laid down a run.
13:41. She only needs about $4,400 to become the richest barrel racer of all time, and I think she's going to get that.
Looks like that might be it. Man.
Man, you see that smile on their face.
Oh, my goodness. What a run.
I think that's their best run they've had here at the NFR this year, and it looked just like the others. Smooth, clean, beautiful.
Yeah, but watch out. Brittany Posey-Tanazi thought she had the round 1 last night. Cassie Mowry came in and hung a 13:30 on them. Won the round.
Man, and one of the fastest times ever in the Thomas and Mack, definitely top 10 right there. And this is why first barrel looked just like it did last night. Same with second. They have their role. Cassie Mowry and Jarvis, they love this arena. They are on fire right now, headed home.
13:37 again, just upsets the apple cart for whoever had the lead. She's trying to go back to back. Those are 2 incredible runs in a row. Here comes Wenda Johnson.
Yeah, everything about Cassie Mowry's run was pretty perfect, and Wenda Johnson, she knows she's going to have to really lay down a run. It hasn't been the NFR that we're used to seeing from them, as she sets this horse up for that first barrel, and it comes in a little bit too early. The timing on that first is so difficult here at the Thomas and Mack. It's a blind first barrel. The walls get closer and closer as the rounds go on, and these horses are really trying to come in and work. It can be tough.
23:84, 10-second penalty. Here comes Jessica Rotier, 6th in the average, 10th in the world standings. lives in Buffalo, South Dakota, and you're looking at Lisa Lockhart trying to pass Sherry Survey on the all-time money list. So any check at all will break that record. Of course, Lisa's sitting number 2 right now.
Jessica Rotier, she's a mom of 5. Her and Missy's 5th trip to the NFR. They've been really, really solid. They had a down barrel last night, but Missy and Jessica reached over $1 million in lifetime earnings. They have been such an impressive team, as Missy is her main horse that she rides all year long. Quality run right there.
Bringing it home, 1386. It's going to be 4th best right now behind Mowry, Lockhart, Jordan Briggs, Summer Kosel. Man, Summer had a 13.42 to win round number 5. She's won 80,000. Probably not going to get an average check, but she's sitting 7th in the world right now.
Hey, that takes a little pressure off to know that you're out of the average, but you can go in there and lay down the best and fastest run you possibly can. Apollo and Summer are definitely capable of it. Nice, snappy first, pretty close on that backside. She moves him over, swoops right around that second. That was beautiful and quick. Solid third as well. Let's see if it's going to be fast enough. It is a tough night of barrel racing.
Just got tough. 1361. It's in the money, and that's 4th right now. Emily Beisel is on the bubble, but she got a barrel, so it's 1850. So Jessica Rotier, 1386, sitting in 5th place. Mowry still has the lead at 1337. Alyssa Riley, she's in the average. She's 7th in the average. Hasn't been able to pick up another check, though.
Yeah, Alyssa Riley, she's been having to switch between 3 different horses. Tonight, she's back on Champ. They had some trouble with that first barrel, went by it a little bit. But Champ is kind of her old faithful, the horse that she can always count on for that clean run when she needs it. Another clean run, might be moving them up in the average, but not quite fast enough.
1399 is going to put him in 6th place right now. There's Sissy Wynn. She won 121,000. She won round 1, 1371. She won round 4, 1350.
Yeah, last night they got a 3rd place check with a 1345 on the bottom of the ground. They're still towards the bottom, but Scoop, he loves the challenge, and Sissy's always up for it too. She is riding so correct, so incredible on handling this horse, setting him up with perfect timing. They scoop right around that 3rd barrel. Beautiful run by Sissy, and this team is fast.
Yeah, when they leave the barrels up, it's hard to keep them out of the money. 1378, that's going to be 5th place now. Mowry still the leader, 1337. Stevie Hillman won round 2. She's out of the average as well, but she is number 8 in the world standings.
Yeah, and Sandy has such a cool style, even in these small, tiny pins here at the Thomas & Mack. This horse just really keeps moving around the barrel, and Stevie really has to fight to make sure Sandy gets to her points, and that's what she gets done at that 2nd. They're clean there. Little outside rain to miss the 3rd. Nice clean run for Stevie and Sandy.
1382. That puts her in the 6th spot. So she's on the bubble in terms of getting a check. And here comes Haley Kinsel and sister.
It hasn't
4-time world champion.
4-time and reigning world champion. And it hasn't been the NFR we're used to seeing from Haley and sister. They hit a barrel last night. But you never know when things are really going to come together. Sister's really wanting to work. Haley's doing her job. It just isn't all coming into place. They need something to happen for them tonight. They haven't actually picked up a check yet, but that first barrel, they fixed that. That first barrel is the best it has looked all week long.
Yeah, great 2nd, too.
And a great 3rd. This is their best run by far. Haley Kinsel and sister might be back.
Oh, yeah, they're back.
1351, that's 4th best. With just a handful of barrel racers to go. Mowry still has the lead, 1337. She won last night with a 1330. Trying to go back-to-back. Sue Smith, Paige Jones, and then the number 1 cowgirl in the world, Brittany Posey Tanazi. That's the final 3.
Sue Smith, 3 times the NFR, 68 years old. She's riding this young horse she calls Hef. This is out of her great mare that she made the NFR here, and Centerfold couldn't make the trip, but Hef, he stepped up to the plate. They pulled some good checks. Sets him up for that first barrel. Really nice. And this team is deceivingly fast. It looks like a nice, smooth run, but really he is picking up speed going into that 3rd. Nice 3rd. Great run for them. And he really fires when he goes home.
1382. Just out of the money. Here comes Paige Jones. 5th in the average, 9th in the world. has made about 70,000 so far.
Yeah, you can tell Paige Jones, she kind of moved Bazinga to the left, moved her to the right, made sure that he's listening to her, and they go into that first. And when you're at the bottom of the ground, you really have to be aggressive, which is what Paige Jones has done all week long. They're having a great first NFR. She had to really jockey Bazinga around that second, pulled an outside drain, moved her over for that one as well. Good run.
1376. That's going to put her in sixth place in the check with one barrel racer remaining, but here comes Brittany Posey-Tanazi. We touched on it. Number one in the world, number one in the average, and has won almost 158,000 over the first 8 rounds. There's the Mahindra leaderboard. That's what she needs to do. 1376 or quicker to get another check.
Brittany Posey-Tanazi just chasing records. She's got that third world title. She made a plan when she got here, and she has stuck to it. Benny has been so great for her all week long. They're chasing an average record right now. They want to get as much money as they possibly can. Maybe a little bit of ground trouble on that third, but this team is wicked fast.
1368. That's sixth place. So we'll get another check. Holds that spot in the average. Has a chance to write all kinds of new records tomorrow if things go well. But there's Lisa Lockhart as she moves past Sherry Serby as the richest WPRA barrel racer of all time. $3.4 million. And well, we've had a front row seat. Louis was fantastic. And she just keeps on finding another one just like him.
She has been something else and not won a world title. It's just, how could that be?
I don't know.
Just been a legend.
Cassie Mowry, back-to-back rounds for her. She had a 13:30 last night. Comes back with a 13:37. She's made $60,000 in 2 nights. She made $60,000 in
13 and 37. You can't hardly even say 13 and 37 before the run's over.
Yeah, 2 go-rounds in a row. The surprising part to me was actually that it doesn't change her place in the average. She came in at about 0.6 of a second behind Brittany. She gained about 0.3 of a second on her. Jordan actually went a little bit right there. She lost about 0.3, but gained some on Brittany. So you're still sitting 1, 2, 3 right there in the average. Brittany, Cassie Mowry, Jordan Briggs.
You're watching them times and how close they are. But here's what's kind of fun to talk about, too. Watching that, had Emily there, the 1350, right? Cassie with that 1337. Let's talk about the richest barrel racer of all time.
Okay, well, you're going to get me in trouble here because I already started a Facebook campaign earlier this week. This is no joke. If y'all want to have a controversial topic, I want you to go look on the PRCA website for what it takes to get in the PRCA Hall of Fame. It requires that if you want to get into the PRCA Hall of Fame, you got to have a world title. Now, I'm not saying any disrespect to anybody, but you're going to tell me you got somebody who's made the NFR 17 times, holds the record as the winningest woman in barrel racing history, and she's not eligible for the PRCA, to the Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame?
I like what you're saying.
I'm just throwing this out there that maybe that seems a little bit like we need to talk about it.
Something needs to change a little bit there. Also, not only that, but she does it in some of the coldest country you've ever seen. Turning out some of the greatest horses we've ever seen. And I've been
multiple horses. She's, you know, so many barrel racers, and I mean this with respect, so many barrel racers, you get that lifetime horse, the one horse that elevates that you're a great hand, you're awesome. You get the one horse that competes at that level. This woman has brought, I mean, almost a half a dozen to the Thomas & Mack alone that have won money in go-rounds at the Thomas & Mack.
I've been to their place there in Ulrich, South Dakota. What a beautiful place, what they're doing, what they're working on, the program, the breeding program, to come here and be so successful. I'm going to change this story a little bit, too. Jessica Rotier, we was talking about Corey Sullivan in the green. Did you see her come in tonight with that color of money on their pants? I think that you said something.
Yeah, no. I said $1 million. With her and that Palomino horse, they just passed the $1 million mark. That's another one of them ladies that can do whatever she wants to do. She's a proven athlete.
We're going to have a re-ride in the bronc ride here. One more quick thing I wanted to tell you about. Sissy Wynn has a mini pony named Stormy that travels with that great horse Scoop that Danielle Campbell trained. Again, as we were talking earlier about champions helping champions and iron sharpens iron, well, they have little companion ponies just to haul around. Oversized chihuahuas. Let's go back to the Cowboy Channel now, watch our re-ride bronc, and then come back with the bull riding.
Did you really just say oversized chihuahua?
Okay, good mark out. Everything starts right here, especially on these rank ones. Now get things rolling. This horse has got some drop. Lefty, he's tapped off. What a good bronc ride. Finish it right here. Good ride by Holman. That horse has got a ton of drop. And when they have drop, they want to just pull you right over your swells. You can see Lefty, he's fighting it right there. You see that horse lifted him forward. He gets under it, but all the way right in here, he's going to start trying to bring him forward again. But he refused. Just set his feet, picked all the timing up. 87.5 points later, picks up a darn good check in this round.
Yeah, second place there for Lefty Holman. Cancun Moon, what a good bronc. Zeke Thurston winds up as your official winner now, 88.5 points. He's number 1 in the world, number 1 in the average, with 1 bronc away from World Championship number 4. Dawson Hay riding great again, and Bodie Kress again trying to win another average title for him. Bull riding coming up. 8-time world champion Don Gay joins us.
We have a great bull riding coming up for you tonight. I mean, we've got some of the best bulls in the business. These guys are ready to go. There's 14 of them tonight. We're going to see some bull riding. I think they'll ride 6.
Now Creek Young's going to start it off. Mr. Wilson. Draw for him. Dusty Tuckness, the bullfighter, just getting loose right there. There's the bucking order that we will see tonight. World champion Cody Teal is going to be number 2. Sage, Josh, Kai, the last 3 to go, and this one right back into his hand.
All right, and that's what he wanted. Come on, Creek Young has got him in his hand. Right at the whistle. I don't think he made it.
I don't either.
He just lost a hold with his outside foot. He was trying to hold it, but he didn't get it going. And I mean, a half second, less than a half second. But I want you to watch his left foot. He's got a hold right there. It comes loose right here. Now it comes up. Can't get it back down. Did you see our tall bullfighters? Oh, Dusty Tuckness, you are a stud.
Golly. I need a little extra padding back there. He took a shot. And you can see Creek Young right there, not happy as he makes his way back.
He let one get away there.
Cody Teal, great to see him back at the National Finals Rodeo. He was the most dominant bull rider in the world from 2012 to 2016. He won 2 average titles and a world championship in that stretch. Went to the PBR, and this year kind of recommitted to the PRCA side of things. Great to see him back.
Night show, high-low pro rodeo, round to the right, and he whipped his feet out. He's hung up. Got to keep your feet. Keep your feet. Them guys will get you loose. Keep your feet. Now roll. Bullfighters just do a remarkable job. Their positioning is unparalleled.
I think it was Nate Justice right there back paddling faster than I can run.
Bull jumping and kicking, whip that left foot out. Right foot comes over the back. He's on his feet. He does what he got to do. Keep your feet. Try to push that hand up. Bullfighter moving in. There it goes. Check it out. Get the tail of the rope. Get the flank. Got the bull. Doesn't get any better than that.
All right, Cody Teal limping back up to the locker room. A couple of bull riders here from Canada. Jordan Hansen, one of them. Gray Eagle from Legacy is the draw he has tonight.
These are all pretty ranked bulls. They turn back and spin, but they're bucking. This bull goes to the right 99% of the time. Be away from Jordan's hand. Got to get around the corner. These guys can ride them either direction, but they got to get their rhythm right out of the gate.
Canada 9 last night. Both our Canadian bull riders picked up a check.
Yeah, they did.
Trey Kimsey helping out.
Trying to make that bull quit looking outside that gate. Got that left leg kind of mashed. That's kind of a crummy feeling, too, I seems to recall.
It's a lot of weight, isn't it?
Well, you just feel like you're stuck. You can't quite get that last little inch up to your bull rope. And that's real important. That actually did some good right there, but I don't know. You see how he's squatting down in the back end? He's going to have to re-pull. I don't think he can get out.
That's the downside to it.
Glued in there.
Yeah, I think that bull's got him stuck now. No, he's got his hand out. He just can't get to his left leg. He can't move it. You see, and it's actually up against his shoulder. That'll hurt.
Quite and take long before you start losing the feeling in your toes.
Well,
there
yeah.
we go. Now he's out of there.
Finally. Wow, he was stuck. Webster had to get up there and get that bull's attention.
He's going to repull. We're going to roll. So from Jordan Hansen, we may slide on over to Tristan Hutchings.
Oh boy, this is one of my picks for tonight. This bull normally spins to the left. He finally got one, went left last night. Got a big check. Broke the ice
last night. Yeah, 89 points for him. He was the round winner. Ground Assault, Stockyards, Pro Rodeos, the draw.
Corey Melton, many-time national finalist. He runs the back end on this bull. Good draw for Tristan. Make hay while the sun's shining. Here we go.
He needs a new glove.
That probably is the furthest thing from his mind right now.
That thumb's sticking out there a ways.
All right, here we go. One jump, round the left, just, oh no, he stumbled. Got back in the middle. He's going to go ahead and ride this bull. Good job.
Big effort. What an effort.
And they'll probably give him an option.
What do you do? I guess you wait on the score, number one.
Well, let's see. He went all the way to his knees.
Yeah,
He'll get an option.
Should get an option.
80.5 for Tristan.
Yeah, 80.5 is the score. Rewrite option is coming. How many bulls do you think they'll ride out of
Well,
this
he
pen,
rode last night. I thought they'd ride at least 6 tonight, but wasn't looking real good prior to that one, and he may take it off the board.
Choctaw Casino Resorts bullfighters. There are 3 of the best in the business. Tuckus, Webster, Justice, John Harrison in the barrel. Colin Telfer. Unless we're going back to Jordan Hansen. Said he turned down the rewrite, I think. So
did he turn it down?
May not have liked what he saw in there. So yeah, we get back to Jordan Hansen, who was getting squeezed the last time we saw him.
I just talked to him. He just walked by. He said, I'm going to keep my score. You know, you have to remember he came in here just barely rehabbed.
Yeah, and it's round 9.
Here we go. Round to the right away from his hand. That's what we thought. Fading across the arena. Jordan Hansen made a great move right there. And that kicked loose. And I think when he did, it snapped the rope out of his hand.
And he was going to ring the bell on that one.
I think so. You watch, he's riding this bull. Really took a Sunday at him right there. Fades across, comes back around. Now watch him kick loose, and his hand just snapped out. But that was an excellent move. That was a no give up from Canada right there. Good effort.
Tristan Hutchins has the lead, 80.5. Colin Telfer's got a bull to call Fred.
Not a real scary name or anything. Turns back to the left, usually right out of the gate. Cullen has had his issues this week.
Kai Hamilton won round 4 on this bull, scored 89 points.
Oh,
whoa.
Crummy start, gonna spin right, whips him down. Looks like he's okay, he'll get another one.
Rewrite.
Sage looking at him, making sure everything's still attached. It is. He'll take the rebuck.
So when that happens, you think we ought to offer the Cowboys?
That's kind of weird. That bull normally goes to the left right out of the gate, but it didn't really bother him. He just decided to go to the right, and pretty juicy.
Wow. So Telfer will get another one. Only one score on the board. T. Parker missed a couple of nights. He battling a sore elbow on his riding hand, his riding arm.
And a separated shoulder that we didn't know about. But he thinks he's going to try to tough it out. Should turn back. I don't know, Fly Child or Diamond G. Sometimes he'll fake to the right and go back left, so it's right in the middle, T. Parker. You can do it. Hello, Texas, let's ride one. There's that right. Back around to the left. Kind of soggy. Make the whistle. Just go ahead and ride. Now get off. Protect yourself. That's most likely going to get a check. I think they'll ride 6, but...
So resting a couple of rounds, that helps T. Parker.
You know, when you've got a hyperextended elbow, that's sore, that hurts. But when you have separated your shoulder, it goes out of socket and then back in. I never had it happen to me, but people they tell me it is really painful.
Was it his free arm, Donnie, or do
no,
you know?
it's his riding arm,
well,
and that's the better, yes.
Yeah.
So 75 the score there for T. Parker.
Yeah, that
80
bull,
and a half,
that bull
75.
That bull didn't have his normal day, went the same directions, but just a little loggy.
Here comes Jeff Askey, the seasoned veteran in the bull riding locker room. He's got a Salt River bull.
This could be a go-round kind of a ride right here. This bull usually just right there to the right, and he's got some gas.
Not the stoutest leaderboard we've seen, 80 and a half, 75.
Those are way better than zeros.
Yeah, they are. Yes, they are.
All right, Jeff Askey, he's ready. He's a determined guy. Right in the gate to right, that's the book. He's got a seat. He's got it shuffling and hustling. He's staying up on his bull rope. We're going to see the leaderboard get the change. That's close. He made it. Oh, yeah, that's okay. Tie goes to the runner anyhow.
Man. That bull had a beat on him, too.
Leaderboard just got whipped. 89 points coming in. Blowout right there, and then a foot race.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to say his riding's way better than his foot racing.
Yeah, and the bottom line is you just have to outrun one of the bullfighters. That's it. He was in the lead. He was 0 for 3. He wasn't making it. So Hayes Wade gets ready. Anthrax is the bull.
Survey championship. I can tell you've been bear hunting, Jeff. All right, Hayes Wade. He needs to get the weight off his shoulder right here. This is a good draw for him, although he usually goes to the left away from his hand. I don't think it makes any difference. He's just not been able to find any rhythm, but the guy's got it. He didn't get here by accident. Really good-looking little bull. I can get over him and still fantasize, Butch.
Yeah, no kidding.
Having flashbacks there. I'm telling you, my hand, I had to take the microphone out of my hand and wipe it off. It's sweating. It's a good draw right here.
And Hayes needs to break the ice, too. He's not covered a bull yet. He's 0 for 8.
Sit up and ride. Sit up and ride like you know how. Attaboy. Attaboy, pump it. Attaboy. Yeah, we're going to do it tonight.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Good for him. And he's going to be up there in that number 2 spot, I think.
Yeah, should be.
Look at T. Parker. They're all pulling for one another. The locker room is just outstanding.
Well, they hazed him earlier in the week. They made him dress up like a pirate for the grand entry. 86-9. He may get a different victory lap here at the Thomas and Mack.
Well, that's a weight off his shoulders, and I'm really proud for him.
89, 86. On the Hutchings at 80 and a half. Jared Parsonage, the other Canadian bull rider that we have. Silent Hello, the bull that he has.
Pickett rodeo bull, and this is a handful right here, but Jared Parsonage, he's a veteran. Really like being around this guy. Big stout bull, but a big stout bull rider. Pop that right foot out and right out of the gate. Silent Hello.
Yeah, it didn't take long.
Watch his inside footage. See it just bounce out. Never had a hold. Maybe a good thing. That bull right there, he's a handful. He's not fun to ride.
Handful of guys remaining. Colin Telford has a re-ride still coming. Trey Holston getting set. Train station from Salt River is the bull he's got tonight.
Boy, he had one rode last night and he lost his bull rope. I'm still expecting really good thing from Trey Holston. We got tonight and tomorrow night. This Kansas boy is a hand. Get your rhythm right there. That's the key. He nodded once. Oh, boy. Okay, get up there. Clear your mind. Do it again.
Pretty lucky the game man didn't have a quick trigger there.
Yeah.
And the leaderboard, 89, Jeff Askey.
I think he would have been actually better off because he nodded. He was ready, and the bull was kind of ready, but now you start having to mash them around, and that makes it tougher. Here we go. Round the right there. Good turn. Attaboy. Oh, don't fall for it. thought he was going back left, and the bull just did a double clutch and went the other way again.
1,800 pounds of wisdom. Joker is smart, singing, found him slide over on his
Good turn going to the right out of there, but his right foot, he didn't have a spur in him till it got way high.
here tonight.
4 scores on the board, 75 still getting a check. That's T. Parker. Long way up to the top. Jeff Askey at 89. Here comes Trey Kimsey, third in the average. He's won 77,000 plus. Almost 230 on the season. He's gone from number 9 to number 5 in the world standings.
This bull right here normally goes to the left. And he's really hard for right-handers to ride because he doesn't just spin tight where you get a rhythm. You got to keep working every time. Looks right, back around left, stay right up, right there, you got him. Come on, yo, no! That bull just sets you back on your pockets. Oh, he knows he'd messed up. If it had just waited, but that's easy to say and extremely hard to do.
We're going to watch it one more time. Let him know we can't wait for that.
Pop and skip, gets around a really bad turn, perfect. Now watch him, free arm went straight, got behind him.
86 and 80 in the
Well, a couple of rounds ago it was just 2 Kimseys on the leaderboard. That was it. Sage Kimsey won the round. Trey Kimsey was second. Talked to Sage a little bit earlier tonight. He said, there's nobody I'd rather split $99,000 with than my brother. Sage comes in tonight, number 2 in the average. He's number 4 in the world, climbed up all the way from number 10. He's won $160,000 and really has showed everybody here why he is a 7-time world champion.
And you know, when you look at the average, he's second in the average. He's a bull behind Kai Hamilton. If Kai comes off, he only needs to be 77 points to take the lead in that average.
If he makes the whistle here, he's going to be close to 90 something. This is maybe the rankest bull in the pen.
Big Bank Universal?
Yes. He'll go either way. He likes the left. Sage doesn't really care. He just wants to get with them. That usually happens right out of the gate. Here we go. Good.
And what a bull ride on Polar Express in round 5. Won the round, 92 points.
Here we go. Here we go. Big blast out there, round to the left. That's the rankest bull in the pen.
Oh, and away from your hand?
Well,
it's almost impossible.
And the belly roll doesn't always go with that bull. He just rolls to the right, and that puts him in a little bit of a bind, and then the kick right there.
Oh, man.
That's part of it, but you got to get around. When they're bucking like that, everything has to be working in your favor.
Wow. As a ranked bull, Josh Frost gets set. Ice tray from Sammy Andrews.
This is kind of a young bull that just had enough trips to get here, but those trips were pretty impressive. Josh said he saw a video and really liked it. Let's see. Whipped him around. I don't see anything I like about this bull at all. Come on, Josh, just try. Yeah.
That's his guts right
That's
there.
That's just guts. Man, I mean, that's what happens sometimes when you bring a young, untested bull here. It affects the livestock just like it does the cowboy. But watch this bull. He wants to buck. He has the breeding and the genes, but look at this. He was out of position, everything except he didn't open his hand.
You're exactly right.
And they're going to give him a reride option there on that 82. That is third best right now, so third place check, not too bad. That's about 50,000 or about 18,000. Still got 2 guys yet to go. You have a reride coming from Cullen Telfer, and then you got Kai Hamilton, who's #1 in the world. And whoa, it's a shot right there.
This is just extracurricular. They're trying to get John Harrison involved.
They're going to jump him. They're going to jump him. There it is.
Oh, Dusty.
Dusty letting him wear his hat. That's rough on a resistol at times.
Yeah, resistol moment right there. John Harrison's, he's still in there. Y'all go help him out.
I'm John. I'm like, leave me out of this, if you don't mind.
Probably says there's enough of this stuff. Let's go.
don't think John likes this exercise. No.
Pull the barrel away from him, guys.
Whoa.
He does not
This
play
bull
that.
is really upset.
We're going to try to give him a little incentive program.
That was pretty cool.
Man, finally got him out.
That was pretty cool.
Exit stage left, please. So 82, the option for the reride right there from Josh Frost. They've not taken that off the board. Third place for him at the moment with 2 guys still yet to go. Cullen Telfer and Josh at 82, and Kai Hamilton will be the last guy. So there's a look at that leaderboard. Askey still on top, 89 points. Bugatti is the reride bull for Telfer.
This bull really bucked the first time he was out earlier in the week. Okay, Cullen. We got Hayes Wade off the board. He got his road. Now it's your turn.
Trying to take this chance as we still chase an 89 perfect ride from Jeff Askey.
Cody Ostaki helping him try to get this bull.
Trying to get him looked out right here, aren't they?
Bugatti knows it's time to go.
Cullen just, he just looks tentative. He
doesn't look confident.
No, he does not.
Yeah.
The longer you take, the worse it gets.
He has almost opened his hand a couple of times. I hope he's still got his rope.
Sliding up.
Oh, you need to drop the feet down one more rung and get up there and cowboy. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Let go of that gate right. Come on. His hand just pops right out of that. Sitting there so long, nothing good can come of that most of the time.
You know, friends.
Well, we're down to 1. Jeff Askey's got the lead, 89. That one didn't take long there. But this guy was the last guy out a couple of nights ago in round number 7. Nobody had made the whistle. Kai Hamilton stayed on board for 8 seconds. Picked up $100,000, won that round at 88. Right now he needs to beat 89 to beat Jeff Askey. Any kind of qualified ride here, you're going to get a check. T. Parker's in the bottom spot, 5th at 75.
What's this, Bull Donnie?
Right in the gate to the left. And I asked him about it. He said he'd never had him before, but he looks real good. He's ready to go. He rides bulls away from his hand as good as anybody ever had. Let's see if he does it tonight. Oh, dropped him down. A little bit of a stumble. Look out. Don't get stepped on.
Boy, and Kai takes another shot. Has a broken rib. You know that's got to hurt. We're going to give him a reride option, but that doesn't look very good.
No.
No, and
Looked like he got a foot on him, didn't he?
They have had the rerides the next morning occasionally. I don't know what they're going to say when they get outside. If, he's last to go. But he will have to tell them.
Now, Dr. Candy Freeman heads up that Justice Sports Medicine team, taking a look at Kai. I'll set him down right there. Another look at it here.
Down to the
Slides
left.
down in that well.
Well, a bull stumbles right there. Broke the rhythm, changed direction, whacked him in the head. Boy, and it didn't step on him directly. May have clicked.
He took 2 shots. Pretty good shot right there.
Okay,
Trying
so
to get his arm down.
Right where the ribs are. Steps over,
Kind
maybe
of a dew claw, maybe.
maybe a hawk, dew claw, one or the other. Can't really.
Oh, he took a horn.
Yeah, it probably nicked him, but I'll tell you what, he had trouble.
So you got Kai Hamilton back in the Justin Sports Medicine room again for the second time in 9 rounds. Jeff Askey with that.
You know what? What a 9th round. I'm going to stand back here behind you two. Come sit down, Brandon. Oh,
you got the seat warmed up for me now?
He likes to warm up your seat. See, I had to get back at you.
Yeah, you did. I'm not doing that again.
Man, lead us into this bull riding, Jim Bob. This is one of our greatest events, but, man, let's talk about it.
Yeah, man, Jeff Askey made a great bull rider right there. I thought the judges sucked because they should have gave him a 90. Who thought that was a 90?
Probably one of
Okay.
them cinched judges from the RS rodeo.
Yeah, well, it wasn't
That's
as
what
good
we
as
need.
Will Rogers' ride today, but it was close. But an 89-point ride, Jeff Askey. And then we got to talk about my man Hayes Waite, your man. I mean,
Oof.
the Utah kid. I tell you, one of the nicest kids I've ever
Finally
met.
get some.
A Christian cowboy, and I mean, just super nice and polite. I'm just so glad to see him get in there for second place check. About 20 what, 1,000 or 3,000 or something?
You know,
good job for Hayes.
From night one having to dress up
Yeah.
after losing the bet as a pirate.
Yeah.
Coming out as a pirate and had a rough finals, Hayes did. He finally got one road, got in the money. We love it. Tristan
he
Hutchings is one of those cases, too. Talked about him overcoming some adversity. It's unfortunate he lost his mother here about a month and a half ago in an accident down in Amarillo. What a great lady. She raised her son and her daughter, and not only that, about 12 foster kids.
Yeah, that's pretty cool right there. And
chased him up and down the road.
Yeah, and he wins fourth again tonight. You know, wins around last night, wins fourth tonight. I'm tell you what, he's hot too. The kid's riding good. The way he got down in there, and if he'd have panicked at all, he'd have bucked off. But man, he stayed patient. Bull picked him back up. I'm going to predict he rides again tomorrow. But you got to look at Josh Frost now, 82 in there for second in the round, or third in the round. I mean, and man, so. I don't know about you guys, but, you know, Kai Hamilton looks to me like he's probably a little bit too hurt to do much, but you never know. I mean.
Yeah, you can't put it past him. I mean, like you said, he's done what everybody would have told him was impossible after Tuesday night, you know. I mean, but at this point, you might just ask him, you know, is it worth it? I mean, mathematically speaking, I got to run the numbers, but I got to be honest, I'm assuming he's strapping a gold buckle on his belt.
Yeah, well, and you got to remember now he's still number one in the average too. So he's a whole bull up on everybody. So he could literally do what Tough Eatman did when he had Bodacious, just kind of put a leg over and just let him turn out. But knowing Kai, he's probably going to come back and get on tomorrow night.
I bet he's wanting the money.
I bet
he's
but,
a little greedy, and he's dang good.
Yeah.
Hopefully, though, and here's the thing is you have to make great decisions when you're injured like that. Tandy Freeman's back there coaching these guys. But I'll tell you what, if you don't listen to what they're doing, them doctors are specialists for a reason.
Yeah.
If you don't listen to them, man, it's career ending. And I'm going to bring this up because J.B. Mooney's probably one of the best bull riders around, right? One screw up, and JB was one of those guys I need to get back on. I got to get back on.
Yeah.
Didn't heal, but you watched our bullfighters out there. Dusty Tuckness took a big shot tonight, several shots, but he come back a little bit early, but he took his time, healed up, came back. You're watching these guys, they're athletes, and they need to be, oh, there it is.
Yeah, boom, right there, save the night. Hey, was that bull Mr. Wilson? Anybody remember that bull right there? From high-low? I think it was, but
you're going to have to call your brother.
I'll have to call my brother.
We got a yes in the back. We got a confirmation.
So if that was Mr. Wilson, that bull came from my brother Cody Custer and Brett Custer, my nephew. They raised that bucking bull and sold him to High-Low Pro Rodeo, Dustin Murray. So that's pretty cool. We saw Kai Hamilton actually be 93 points on that bull at Albuquerque, and pretty cool for Dustin Murray to get to bring him to the national finals. And he's going to retire him after this year, so pretty cool deal. But yeah, Dusty, you talk about that stuff, you know, with Tandy Freeman and, you know, those doctors, they know. And as we see Chase Brooks getting carried across there at the end, he looks like he might have, you know, pulled a hamstring or pulled a groin or something.
Pretty sure on that move right there,
Yeah.
you seen him get real tight, and he's just trying to save a life.
Yeah, you know, and it's kind of funny because all the years I rode bulls, you know, or at least I got on bulls anyway, but all the years I got on bulls, I only ever tore my groin twice, and it was in the bronc riding both times, believe it or not. So
it's kind of a crazy sport that way.
It is, yeah.
It's just that motion and the tightness of your saddle, where you're set. Kind of, you know, Butch Knowles was talking about different settings. Hey, I wanted to tell you guys, thank you so much for coming out. It's a great night. I want to let you know, coming up, following our little interview here, these guys are going to set up, do some sound checks. You want to stick around and listen to that high blue cactus. Talk about them right there. You can see them overalls.
Hey,
we're just looking at the bottom of the
Yeah.
screen. Pending
Look.
Hamilton potential rewrite tomorrow.
So, and that, you know, and it was some of us guys at rodeo in a pros, we all know this too. If you're injured, and you know, you can be held to the beginning of the go round. So that's pretty interesting to see that on the screen right there, because
kind of weird. I like it.
You know,
so you're saying there's a chance?
There's a chance, yeah, 1 in a million. So, Anyway, Dusty, didn't mean to cut you off there, but me and
No,
Brandon both
no, I
noticed
seen that too, and I'm like, man, that's something cool because we were just talking about it, the adversity that kid's overcome, right?
Well,
he says, I'm not a puss.
Hey, not to cut you off again, but you look at that. Brittany Posey-Tanazi just went up $2,000 on Kai Hamilton on the Ram Top Gun Award. I thought Kai'd have that wrapped up. He'd get that $99,000 for being the only guy to ride that bull the other night.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was going to pass, but that means she's ahead of him.
Well, how is she in the average zone in the barrel racing?
She's right now in the top 3.
She's in
well,
the
no,
top
she's
3.
excuse me, she's winning the average right now.
Oh boy,
winning the average. She's
yeah.
got about 2/10 on Cassie Mowry, and she's got about probably 3/10 if I'm doing my math right.
Yeah. Well, that kind of throws a hitch in things, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's going to change a broke
Does
down
he want,
bull
does he
rider's
want a gold
attitude.
buckle or a truck or both?
Yeah, or both. Yeah.
Take the whole time off. Hey, earlier tonight I was telling you to text Ahern to 26786. I said 78 and I screwed that up. You can text Ahern to 26786. Learn more about the great luxury boutique hotel, the Ahern. We're so proud to be a part of this. Get a hold of them. Text them there for a special gift. We're going to move down and we're going to still talk for a minute. But let's move down and let the band kind of get set.
Yeah, then we can do that.
We'll get out of their way a little bit, and they can do their thing.
Hey, how many of you guys are going to come back tomorrow night for round number 10 right here at the Ahern? Anybody? Okay, 3 of you. Come
Wow.
on.
We were that bad.
Wow.
That's
I'll tell you
terrible.
what.
I didn't even crack out the dad jokes yet today. That was bad.
Man.
They was
Well,
listening. They
a
listened
big
to Jim Bob sing earlier.
Yeah, big
Yeah.
shout out to Caitlin for putting this thing together and doing a great job there. So, but we want you guys back tomorrow night.
Yep, come back tomorrow night, 5:30. We'll start our pre-show entertainment, and that's kind of the great thing. We can get here. The band's playing. They're opening at 1 o'clock, and they're playing through. I'll have to look at my sheet to see which one's playing tomorrow first off, but they'll play until we come up to do this pre-show. What a great place to come and eat. You can come and sit here and eat too. You can order and get your menus there at the Circle Bar, the Center Bar. Grab you something to eat. Come and sit down. Be a little bit early.
How many of you guys want to hear me and Dusty and Brandon join the band and sing a song tonight? Anybody? Okay.
That was a really bad
The fact that we got more response for that than who's coming back
Yeah,
tomorrow.
we did.
This is a kamikaze crowd if I've
How
ever
many
seen
of you guys,
one.
if we sing a song, will not come back tomorrow night? So we'll
I was
save that,
drunk
so.
the day my mom got out of prison.
Yeah.
And the sheepish hands go up in the air.
Holy airplane. Is that your granddaughter?
That is my granddaughter. Both of my granddaughters out there.
Man, I
So
love it.
they're waiting for the band to start up so I can dance with them again.
It's one of the greatest things, too, here about the Ahern. We can have these littles up here. They're not bothering us. They're having a lot of fun, and you don't have to worry about them because they're right here.
Yeah.
Everybody's got an eye on them. It's like a rodeo family.
Yep, it is, I tell you. Don't forget tomorrow, 2 o'clock.
Oh, we got that deal going
At
on.
the plaza. Yeah, we're not done yet.
All 3 of us. Oh.
Yep, we're going to be there. So
Can
it's
I
gonna
sleep
be good.
in?
Tomorrow's going to be good. So here comes security to get us off the stage. No.
Again, no, those guys are with us.
Okay,
They're
they're
all
with
right.
us.
That's our entourage.
That's our
Those are the
sound
ones that
crew.
protect us. Hey, we're going to cut you guys loose, but enjoy the rest of the night. The band, come and meet us, visit around for a little bit. I'll tell you what, this is the place to be. Get your pictures over there for memories that'll last a lifetime. Right there on the red carpet. Brandon Edwards, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. Jim Bob
Thanks
Custer.
for having me, bud.
This is the dream team, the best guys I've ever worked with in the industry, and we flow good together. We enjoy each other's company sometimes.
And we're good looking, I'll say.
How much have you had tonight?
I'm just kidding.
All right.
Thank
Have
you,
a great
Dusty.
night. Thank you to the Ahern. We love it. We'll see you tomorrow night, 5:30 for the pre-show.
she needs a place to go and make a brand new start. God made the world 7 short days. Said it was good, I bet it was great. God made man, man got the wrong day. He said, please Lord, if I could only have an angel holding my arm. So God made a girl his best work of art. Oh, but he didn't make no place to go when she breaks your heart. So man made a ball. Man made a ball. Yeah, man made a ball. I didn't know if we were over or just on the rise. Was me thinking I could save us? Just a mirage. I was burning up a highway that kept getting longer with every turn of these tires. She just kept getting goner, and the sky was showing no signs of rain. Ain't nothing delaying that plane. I'm racing through the desert, thinking I could catch her, but losing ground in this Chevrolet. And it's 7:47, somewhere between here and heaven knows I let her slip away. I showed up and she's gone, guess I got to Tucson too late. I wonder if she sat there stirring vodka with a straw, if she counting down the seconds, or maybe having second thoughts, and was moving all made up in her mind. Would she have changed it if she knew that I was racing through the desert, thinking I could catch her, but losing ground in this Chevrolet? And it's 7:47, somewhere between here and heaven knows I let her slip away. I showed up and she's gone, guess I got to Tucson too late. Ooh. Now she's on some silver wings flying, and me, I'm on the bad side of good time, yeah. I'm racing through the desert, thinking I could catch her, but losing ground in this Chevrolet. It's 7:47, somewhere between here and heaven knows I let her slip away. I showed up and she's gone, guess I waited too long, like a sad country song. Damn, I got to Tucson too late. Too late. Oh, I got to Tucson too late. Superman, man of steel, he can fly, but here's the deal. Superman ain't really real, so God made something better. His mama says he's just flesh and bone. The girls say he's a rolling stone. But shake his hand and then you'll know a cowboy's made of leather. You can bend him, but you can't break him. It takes years of work and dirt and hurt to make him. When the whole world falls apart, he'll hold together. That's how you know that a cowboy's made of leather. He'll kick can cuss in broad daylight. When he gets drunk, he likes to fight, but his head's on straight and his heart gets right when he's under pressure. He'll start out stiff and rough, but give him time and he'll soften up, and that just makes him twice as tough. Yeah, cowboys made of leather. 'Cause you can bend him, but you can't break him. It takes years of work and dirt and hurt to make him. And when the whole world falls apart, he'll hold together. That's how you know that a cowboy's made of leather. You can bend him, but you can't break him. It takes years of work and dirt and hurt to make him. And when the whole world falls apart, he'll hold together. That's how you know that a cowboy's made of leather. Yeah, that's how you know that a cowboy's made of leather.
When you stay at a Verbo, you always get the whole home. Not part of it, but the whole upstairs, the whole downstairs, the whole fridge, the whole backyard, and the whole nap room. Because is it really a vacation home if you have to share it with the host? Only whole vacation homes, always all yours. Book on the Verbo app.
It'll be fine by dusk, but I'm telling you, baby. These things eat at your bones and drive your young mind crazy. But when you place your head between my collar and jaw, I don't know much, but there's no weight at all. And I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't. 'Cause if I say I miss you, I know that you won't. But I miss you in the mornings when I see the sun. Something in the orange tells me we're not done. To you I'm just a man, to me you're all I am. Where the hell am I supposed to go? Poison myself again. Something in the orange tells me you're never coming home. Need to hear you say you've been waiting all night. There's orange dancing in your eyes from bulb light. Your voice only trembles when you try to speak. Take me back to us dancing this wood used to creep. Something in the orange tells me you're never coming home. If you leave today, I'll just stare at the way the orange touches all things around. The grass, trees, and dew, how I just hate you. Please turn those headlights around. Please turn those headlights around.
Sorry, y'all. My memo called me. I'll be right back. Hello? Hey,
It was always hotter than the grease she used to fry that chicken. Smelled like Marlboro Reds and all the butter from her biscuits. And that Lincoln in the driveway circa 1982 was on the shiny side of rusty and on the pale side of blue. Cousin and complaining weren't allowed at Mama's house. If every nightstand had a Bible, every front porch had a swing, if every backyard had a garden, every front door had a screen, well, maybe this crazy world would straighten up and slow on down. If every town had a Mama's house. She'd ask if I was hungry every 30 seconds and say things like hellfire, tarnation, and I reckons it's where I spend my summers. She put me to work, shelling peas and shucking corn till my fingers hurt. No telling who I'd have been without Mama's house. If every nightstand had a Bible, every front porch had a swing, if every backyard had a garden, every front door had a screen, yeah, maybe this crazy world would straighten up and slow on down. If every town had a Mama's house. Yeah, and if they did when I punch the clock tonight, I know right where I'd be. I'd walk in and get a big old hug and a bigger glass of tea. If every nightstand had a Bible, every front porch had a swing, if every backyard had a garden, every front door had a screen, yeah, maybe this crazy world straighten up and slow on down. If every town had a Mama's house. Yeah, maybe this crazy world would straighten up and slow on down. If every town had a Mama's house.
Loki has returned in an all-new season on Disney Plus.
Reunited. That's right.
The countdown is over.
I've been waiting.
Don't miss the return of Marvel's most watched Disney Plus show.
Loki. 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 A little over the top, don't you think? I thought it was spot on.
His time is running out.
You better run!
Marvel Studios' Loki Season 2. New episodes now streaming only on Disney Plus.
When it's time to gather with the people that matter most, step into Carrabba's. Stop the clock. Settle in and savor every bite with time-honored classics like Chicken Bryan and Sirloin Marsala. Relax as you sip your favorite cocktail or enjoy a glass of wine that complements conversation. This is home-style Italian with heart and soul, where real friends, good times, and great food meet. And the simple things in life are worth slowing down for. Carrabba's. Time together. Tap now or visit Carrabba's.com to find a location near you.
Check one.
Two, one, two, one, one.
I know you're up in heaven, but damn, it hurts like hell. 'Cause
I'd just be pretending if I said anything else. And I know God don't make mistakes, but this sure feels like one. That won't change the facts, that won't bring you back. So I'll cry 'cause it's over, and smile because we had you. Packed a whole lot of living even though it ended all too soon. And in time I'll start healing, but even when I get that feeling, no matter where I go or what I do, I'll never not remember you. Thank God for all the memories and pictures on my phone. They don't fill the empty, but I feel less alone. And I know you're with the angels, right where you belong. 'Cause you were one to us, you left a legacy of love. So I'll cry 'cause it's over, smile because we had you. Packed a whole lot of living even though it ended all too soon. And in time I'll start healing, but even when I get that feeling, no matter where I go or what I do, I'll never not remember you. You lighten up a whole room like that. You made us think, made us feel, made us all laugh. You always giving that shirt off your back. I miss you bad, I miss you bad. So I'll cry 'cause it's over, smile because we had you. Packed a whole lot of living even though it ended all too soon. And in time I'll start healing, but even when I get that feeling, no matter where I go or what I do, I'll never not remember you. Oh, I promise you, I'll never not remember you.
These have echinacea and honey lemon.
I was a bad reputation with an attitude to match it. Hell bent on going nowhere and getting there lightning fast. 21 looking 30, but acting half my age. Bound to hit a wall before I ever hit the brakes. Codeine, it got Elvis. Whiskey, it got Hank. I always thought something like that might send me on my way. But you took hold of me like only a woman can, and gave one good reason to live till it said on dying man. When a Friday meets a Sunday, you can't help but see the light. I never believed in angels, till one believed in me that night. Turned my off track into a straight line before I turned into a headline. Like codeine, it got Elvis. Whiskey, it got Hank. I always thought something like that might send me on my way. But you took hold of me like only a woman can, and gave one good reason to live to a set on dying man. Oh, turn a one-way man 180, settle down and giving up. Yeah, you changed and you can't change me, so the world won't see another. Codeine, it got Elvis. Whiskey, it got Hank. I always thought something like that might send me on my way. But you took hold of me like only a woman can, and gave one good reason to live till it set on dying man. Set
Yeah,
on
third
dying
floor.
man.
Check one.
Nobody in his right mind would have left her. That was her favorite song. She sang along every time it came on. First time we danced was to Marina Del Rey, and I fell right there and then. I didn't want that song to end. Baby blue was the color of her eyes. I can still see them in my mind. Probably will for the rest of my life. Damn straight, you're killing me, man. You know I've always been your biggest fan. Now I can't even listen, 'cause I'll get to missing her, then the hurt gets worse. Damn straight, I used to love your songs, but now every time that one comes on, my heart gets broken half. But do I wish I could get her back? Damn straight. The other day, right out of the blue clear sky, you came on in my truck. I couldn't turn it off fast enough. I tried to get back.
Indian Joel.
I was just listening to it today. I've been doing it too high. Okay. 2-1-2.
Check one.
2-1. I'm not even in the monitor right now, so can't be feeding back to the monitor. Could probably the guitar, I think.
Yeah. All right. I got no monitor. Well,
check 1 2 1 2
when
3.
I was just a young boy.
1 2 3. Check 1 2 1 2 3.
Nothing good, so
One, check. Hey, you got the monitors are muted? Okay. Yeah. One.
Okay.
Don Redland, he owes me money.
We're going to start with electric guitar.
One.
Hi, Mom.
Dog, what the fuck is that?
He just said electric guitar. He's checking the guitar on.
You good? Are you got the guitar?
And your mic's good?
Yeah. Yeah, is it good coming out? You good? You need more? I can't see you. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Okay, we're going to move on to bass. Okay. All right, bass, go ahead and check your mic.
Funky.
Check 1 2. 2 1 2. I could use a little more in my monitor.
Your monitors aren't on.
2 1 2. Check in.
That's just the mains.
Just the mains. Just the mains.
All right. 1 2. Check.
Go ahead, check again.
2 1 2. Check in. 1 2 3.
Is that good for your monitor?
Friday night here at the Ahern.
Do you
Check
have some
1
monitor
2.
now? Do you have monitor now?
I do. I'm good.
Alrighty, perfect. And then we're going to move on to lead guitar.
Check 1 2.
Go ahead and check your mic.
Check 1. Hello. Check. Check 1. Hello.
Always loud, my friend. Always loud.
Check 1. Check. Hello. Checking loud for you. Check 1. Checkity check check check.
All right, you're good. And then we're going to move on to drums.
1 2 3. Check. 1 2 1 2 3.
Sounds good.
1 2 3 4.
Go ahead and play every instrument.
Pardon me.
Your kick, snare, cymbals.
1 2.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, can I get a little more in my monitor again, please?
Of course.
Yeah. 1 2 1 2. Hey, 1 2 1 2 1 2. I don't see, it doesn't seem to be going up. 1 2 3. There you go. Now it's in there. Thank you.
Of course. And then we're going to move on to our lead singer. That's you, buddy.
I'm sorry, what? Say it again.
Chris. Chris, if you don't...
Check 1 2. Check 2. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Hey, hey.
You can't judge a book by its cover around here, you know.
All righty, play your instrument, Chris. All righty. And then our last friend here.
Which one?
Yeah, this is conga vocal.
Congo. All right.
All right, conga vocals.
I need some of him in mine.
Any problem with your vocals?
Conga vocals in the wine. You know, in this monitor that I have over here, I'd like some in that. The stage right monitor. 1 2. A little touch more. 1 2. Hey. Hey now. Hey now. Thank you very much, sir.
All vocals in it or just yours?
Everybody just underneath that one.
All righty.
Same for all of us.
Yep. 1 2 1 2.
I think they're kind of already in there.
Yeah.
So
I don't have
1 2 1 2 1 2.
This the number one. I need more in my monitor. I can't.
1
I'm
2.
hearing out the front. Check. I can
Check
hear.
one.
I can hear everybody out there. Coming up. Come up a little bit more. 1 2. Check. 1 2 1 1 2 1 2. Check. Mic check. 1 2 1 2 3. Mic check. Just a little bit more up. 1 2 1 2. Check. 1 2 3. Whoa, there you go. Wow. 1 2.
My bad.
Check. That's more than enough. Good. 1 2 3.
Same for me, please, monitor. Check 1. Hello. Check. Check. Hello. Check. Check. A little bit more, please. Check. Come on. Check. Check 1. Hello. Check. Check.
Check 1.
We'll try that right there.
2 1.
Go ahead again.
2 1. Hey, can I get a little more conga vocal in
Conga
my
vocal
monitor?
in yours?
1 2.
That's number.
Hey.
That's mic number 6.
1 2.
That's plenty.
1 2.
That's
Okay.
plenty.
How's that? That sounds good. Yeah, I can hear
Actually,
you.
a little less. No,
1
that's
2. I'm gonna be.
well. Actually,
yeah,
that's
Check,
fine.
1
Just
2.
bring
1
me
2.
up a little
1
tiny bit to match.
I'm eating
All right.
the shit out of this mic. So.
Okay.
Is that good?
1
Check.
2 1 2. Check.
Bring me
check.
up a little bit. Number 3.
Okay.
Center monitor. Check 1 2.
I wasn't in it before.
2 1 1. That's plenty. That's plenty right there.
All right.
You mean yesterday?
Thank you.
1 2.
Zay rules.
Congo, can you play?
Yeah, but I gotta.
Hold on, we need congas.
I gotta
Can you
stick my
play?
whole mouth- I gotta stick.
There we go, my friend.
Yeah.
I can hear you now.
Sorry about that. I would take some more vocal around the stage. If you guys, do you have plenty of me over there?
2 1.
I mean, if it was just in some of the around the stage a little bit, it'd be.
Yeah.
Can you put him higher in the front wedges, please?
The
Copy.
conga vocal.
Conga vocal, please. Thank you.
So we can blend pretty.
Huh.
Sing
huh.
nice together.
2
all
1.
those things.
Can you hear
Well,
me?
we can sing nice together.
Can you hear me over there?
If you got me in your monitor, yes.
I don't think you can hear me over there.
I can hear you over here, Dan, well.
Me?
Yes. I can hear you in my monitor really well.
Who are you talking to?
Danny Sanderson.
2 1.
1 2. Check. I can hear it, man.
Give me yours one more time, will you?
I'm good.
I think I might need a little more
Check,
of
1
the
2.
conga guy in my
1 2 3. 1
drum monitor.
1 2 3. Check.
Me as well, please.
For what?
You want to hear his voice more?
Yeah, I need his vocal more in the monitor, please.
Copy.
You don't need to hear this.
Keep going, KR.
Yeah.
No,
All right.
Okay, now I hear you good. That's good.
Well. Hey.
Yeah,
Love's in the right place.
Yeah.
Took me a while.
Yeah.
Good.
Took me a while to get it straight. Now I want to see. Sounds perfect to me, boys. I'm digging it. Every day of my life, I realize
Well, as long as KR
I'm
is
in
happy.
the right place.
I need more.
Love's
KR.
in the right place.
That'll do.
That's
Cause I'm moving on.
Just remember, boys.
I'll take a little more 6 in mine. Give me a little.
All right. Yeah. It's ripping out of there now, bro.
Okay.
I
That's
think
good.
you're good.
1, 2, check.
I might need
One.
a little more number 2 too, but
1, 2, check.
let's just play some music.
1, 2.
Are you guys good?
2.
Yeah.
Can I get a little more monitor in my mic through this monitor right here? 1, 2.
Copy.
1, 2, check. 1, 2, check. 1, 2. 1, 2. That'll do. That's
Danny,
good.
play your
1, 2.
guitar. Play your guitar too, real quick. And I need a touch of his electric in my center, just a touch. Did you hear me? Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it. We're good. Let's do this.
Hold tight with a leather fist. Watch out when it starts to twist. What the daddies used to tell them boys how to ride them boats. Got a jingle in my jeans, so places in between. And I'm leaving out of Salt Lake with a push and a pull. Well, 10-4, buddy, come on back. Australia on a Cadillac. He's talking to the cow.